here. John Bentley Suarez and Eli Fertizzi to flip over to the other side, go to wide receiver, makes them even talented there.
Yeah.
You spoke of the Pillow Academy Mustang defense, and what you're going to see is a couple of different looks. They're going to stick to a three-man front. A lot of times it's going to look like a 5-3, though. So they're going to walk dogs and Spurs up onto the line of scrimmage and play with 2 middle linebackers, probably in a run-heavy situation. And then they're going to go 3-3, and they're going to go heavy cover right there, which will really be the equivalent of what you hear them talk on Saturday TV of a dime package. They're going to run a 3-3 stacked-up defense and walk some strong safeties up on the line a little bit, give their corners a little bit underneath help, and put the corners over the top with a free safety roaming around back there.
Yeah, that's all the rage in defense today is those hybrid positions. I mean, you want strong kids, but your speed is such a part of today's football game that you got to have those safeties that are almost like a dual role linebacker type safety. That way they're ready for the run with the RPO. And that's another thing with RPO, you're not sure if it's a run or a pass, so you got to have a guy on the field at all times that can fill that gap when it's a run play, but cover that back out of the backfield in a pass type situation.
You say that, and interestingly enough, although the record doesn't reflect it, our lieutenant generals do a really good job with that with 2 freshman defensive ends. One happened to be my son, Patrick Spencer, and another one, Christian Britt. They use those big athletic guys that get up the field, make the field narrow. And I watched them several times last night. Both of them do an excellent job of really covering an option by themselves at times, and that's a hard thing to do. Generally, you'll have the defensive end be assigned to the quarterback, and then you'll have an outside linebacker on the pitch man. But just having so much youth we do on our lieutenant generals, with even the younger than freshman classes, those guys stepped up and did their best to drop the hammer. And I saw several tackles made on the edge by both of those guys in those situations, because they have to be athletic, but at the same time they got to be able to mix it up with the big boys.
That's right, ain't no doubt. Because that's all the rage in football today. Well, I see the Pillow Academy players have made it down to the north end zone, which is where they will make their appearance to the field here in a little while. And I think the Generals players have made theirs into the south. So we're going to get ready here. When we do have an invocation and a pledge of allegiance, we will go to break with that, and we're going to give all the respect needed for those instances before the game. And here we go. So I'm going to send y'all back to the studio.
Will be given by Pillow Academy 8th grader Tavy Lane Johnson.
It's shiny, it's new, and it comes to you. What are we talking about? The Cater Trailer from the original Joe's Eat Place. That's right. How awesome is that? Now you can get the same great food, same great service, where you want it, when you want it. The finest steaks, shrimp, and hot tamales, just like you know and love, available at your home, office, wedding, reunion, convention, or any other gathering. Better make reservations now and write this down. You're going to need it. 662-832-9003. The Cater Trailer, now taking reservations. Oh, and just like Joe's Eat Place, it's the original.
They say home is where your heart is. I'm Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber. Home's also where your tax dollars should stay. Improving our quality of life, promoting growth, improving our schools, and fixing our roads. Not sent to the office of a big box store. Sunflower Lumber is staffed by your neighbors. We listen and care. Sunflower Lumber has helped build your dreams, shared your joy, and helped do-it-yourselfers live through projects. We still support local charities and events and may even sponsor your child's team. So buy local. At Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, our legacy is local, and we're proud of it. And you're still Lumber One.
This is Mamie Causey, owner of South Main, located at 1697 South Main Street in Greenville. I would like to invite you to join us for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. We offer a wide variety of salads, sandwiches, and an amazing hot plate during lunch. At dinner, you can enjoy an artisan pizza, our Italian specialties from my family recipe book, or a steak or shrimp right off the broiler. We also have a full-service bar featuring our very own craft cocktail menu. If you haven't had a chance to try us out, come see us soon. We also offer takeout. Our staff at South Main wishes you a safe and successful season. Go Generals.
The idea of shopping local is important to me. Support Washington County. Keep your hard-earned dollars in our community by shopping local with Farm Bureau Insurance. There's a local agent like me in every county, ready to help you protect what's important to you. I'm Brian Street. Call me at 662-332-0962 for a quick auto, home, or life insurance quote, and to learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. That's Brian Street at 662-332-0962.
You know what it takes to be in business for 30 years? It takes consistently doing a great job. The people in the Delta recommending you because you treated them well and always will. Washington's Auto Body and Paint isn't new to the game. Family owned and operated, repairing literal dents and restoring totaled vehicles to showroom quality for over 30 years. From the airport, follow the signs to Washington's Auto Body and Paint, where more combined years experience in the Delta shows in the shine. 332-7472.
Welcome back here to Greenwood, Mississippi, Bill Davis Field on the campus of Pilla Academy as we're getting ready for Washington School varsity football action. Myself and Patrick Spencer on the call tonight. And Patrick, I see Pilla's captains have made it down to the field. That looks like that's
serving at captain tonight is going to be Shane Houston Stevens. There's their senior quarterback you spoke of earlier. Listed at 6'3", 195 pounds. As I said, he's a senior quarterback. Then we got number 42, Jacob Bush, a 200-pound running back who's also a senior, listed at 6'1". And then number 2, Jaden Simcox, 6'2", 175-pound wide receiver senior. Now, he's the one that gave us a lot of trouble last year, along with one that they've already graduated. And hopefully they didn't pick up another one. But I will say that what our guys on the corner got to give up in height, they should get it back and fight, because they all over those guys all the time.
And I'm going to tell you what, I broke out in a cold sweat as you was announcing those 3 guys' names going out to the middle of the field. Those kids were tough on us last year, as you know, as a scheduling quirk. You know, Patrick, this is back-to-back years at Pillow. I hope MAIS returns the favor and we get back-to-back years at Huddleston Field, but we'll wait and see how that works out.
Not likely.
So let's see, they're having the coin toss. Generals and captains are, as the visiting team, look like we're going to get to call it. This guy wants to talk about it. He's telling him his life story. We just need to flip the coin and play football.
I think he might be issuing some warnings, right? As you know, this is always a heated rivalry. We've been several times. We've had some issues during games right here where these guys just couldn't play nice, and ours included. That's not to put it on the Mustangs. Just a lot of intensity, and these young men get amped up, and sometimes tempers flare and get the better of them. We won't hold that against them.
That's right.
But we'll hope everybody exercises some caution tonight, good sportsmanship, just plays a good physical brand of football, and gets up after the whistle's blown and goes back to their huddle. Or no huddle in the instance of most of both these teams.
Well, the Generals won the toss and did elect to receive. We're going to go on offense. That's kind of been our, years past, we've always wanted to go on defense first. This year we want to score first. So.
Yeah, so we're going to take over with the ball. Hopefully, if everything's executed properly here, we're going to be moving from right to left on your radio dial. So to give you a picturesque view of what's going on here at Hustle Field, you can also go to Facebook, listen to Scott and I on the radio, and just search out WS space IT, and you'll catch the live streaming done here by our audiovisual class, doing an excellent job up here in the press box with us.
Yeah, and you also can go to the TuneIn app. If you have a smartphone, download the TuneIn app. 100.7 WDMS is on the TuneIn app. We are here on the HPRN Sports Network out of Greenville, Mississippi, 100.7. But like I said, you can listen to us anywhere in the world on
we are global superstars, Scott Rainwater and myself.
That's right. I get stopped in the grocery store all the time asking for autographs.
I bet you do. The sun sets over the trees in the west here. The lights are on, dusk is set in, and we wait for both teams to take the field. Yeah. Like I said, we're going to move from north to south on your radio dial, which will be right to the left as we look out over Bill Davis Field here and await the Mustangs and the General to take the field.
And, Pat, I will remind our listeners, in case it comes through our microphones, Pilla has the cannon, so every time Pilla scores,
there it is. If you folks heard that at home, there it is.
There's the cannon. Hopefully that's the only time they fire tonight is coming out on the field.
Yeah, let's hope so, considering the only time they fire it's when they score. The Generals seem to be in good spirits and amped up and ready to play some ball, led in the middle with a lot of hype there with number 5, Kel Hodges, the big middle linebacker, anchors that defense for the Generals. But the offense should get their first crack tonight, and we'll see where he's lined up if he's on the offensive side of the ball to start the game.
Yeah, there's the fireworks. Not only do they do the cannon, they also do fireworks. So
now we've got fireworks and we've got smoke all over the field. And we'll see if this wind that's non-existent can get it out of here.
Yeah, kind of in a little down spot right here. I know we're in the Delta, but they kind of got some little small levees around the field roads, and it just kind of just sits here, Patrick.
Yep. The Jackson Mustang, the Pilla Academy Mustangs are coached by head coach Trip McCarty. Also, assistant coaches Mike Beagle, Mike McClendon, Nick Serio, and Matt Hudson. Of course, your Generals are anchored by that leader, Greg Wallace, is the head coach, and then assistant coaches are Josh Cooley, Cole Houck, Justin Kowalski, and Ryan Lassiter.
Here we go to General. Who we got back? Looks like we got our twins back deep, number 1 and number 2, Mr. Fertizzi and Mr. Suarez.
The Demon Duo back there, number 1 and number 2, as you said, Eli Fertizzi, the Sweetness, and John Bentley Suarez, the Diesel.
If we couldn't see their number, you wouldn't be able to tell them apart, I don't believe.
Not by much. As we get set here, the ball's going to be set on the near side hash marker on the 40.
Number 4,
Kicking
Gavin Leslie.
Gavin Leslie's going to be doing the kicking duties. 5'11", 160-pound junior. Also listed as wide receiver and defensive back. He's going to do a high pooch kick. Hopefully one of our guys get over there. It's out of bounds, so the Generals are going to have an option here to either make them re-kick it or we'll take it on the 35, isn't it?
I believe that is right. It may be the 40. The high school rule is different than the college rule on the out-of-bounds kick, but I'm not real sure.
Looks like the Generals are going to take the penalty as the offense takes the field.
Yeah. And that's, why not take the good field position? You could fumble any it is on the 35, Patrick. You had that right. 31st and 10, 35-yard line. Here we go.
All right.
No huddle.
No huddle. Generals on the line. Thomas Barr is going to be the back in the backfield. They are going to. Janice is going to bring them to the huddle. Yeah. And we're going to let you know when they break that. Here they are. They bring them to the line. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Ball on the far side hash mark. Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Janice takes it, hands it to Barr. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get a little bit of forward progress. We'll give him 1.
Don't give him 1. Don't like the spot, but we will give him 1. Looks like we should have had a couple, but it'll be 2nd and 9. Good.
The Generals going no huddle. Thomas Barr still on the left hip of Janice. Janice in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Ball's on the far side hash mark. We're moving from right to left on your radio dial. Generals look to the line of scrimmage. We're going to check off on the play if the coaches see the coverage. Pilla makes an adjustment. Thomas Barr moves to the right hip of Janice. Janice calls for the ball. There's the snap. We're going to throw it. Janice tucks it and runs. Good decision right there. We can make a man miss, get some more yardage, and he's stacked up by about 5 Mustangs. Going to come to rest on about the 40.
We're going to give him the 40 and a half, so it's going to be 3rd and about a long 4 here, Patrick.
So we'll give him 5 yards on the carry. Good decision on Janice's part. He brought a little pressure. He saw a little daylight right there. That line opened up, and he took off through it.
Janice is equally dangerous with his legs.
3rd and 4. Motion from the near side to the far side is number 1, Fertizzi. Janice lets him get set. Thomas Barr in the backfield on the right hip of Janice. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the near side, 3 to the far. The ball's thrown. He's behind the first down markers, hopefully, and he's going to be stopped short. He lost his footing. The pass kind of brought him back, so we're not going to gain but about 2 there.
Spotted right in just across the 38, so it's going to be 4th, and I'll just say a short 2. Punt teams on the field, but.
So the punt teams come out. Not a bad productive series, just a mishap on the foot there and the location of that pass. But the Generals were able to get some yardage there. So back to punt for the Generals is Eli Fertizzi, number 1. And back deep for the Mustangs is number 21, I believe. It's Alex, 22. It's going to be Jack Reek. And the ball is punted and a fairly decent punt. He rolls out of bounds, and he's still walking on the 22-yard line.
Pretty good punt from Eli.
Yeah, not a bad punt for Eli. We're going to have them. Yeah, we're going to have them on their side of the field a little bit deep. So we'll see what they bring to the line. Again, like I told you, folks, the Pill Academy Mustangs have a good, sizable line. They run they get in the shotgun as a pistol-type formation, but they have an extra back in the backfield as a blocker. We got 1 receiver on the near side, 1 on the far side. Again, like we told you, number 2, the dangerous Simcox, Jaden Simcox on the far side, shotgun formation, 3 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the near side. It's Hagan Wilson. It's going to be a quick toss sweep. We get this overloading, and they get to the toss sweep to the far side, and he's going to have the first down. He's going to run for about we'll call it 12 yards.
Yeah, they run him out of bounds right on the 34-yard line, Patrick. Right on the 34. That was just simple toss sweep.
Yeah, they overloaded that side.
Guys, and you got, here we come.
I'm going to try and explain it with these folks what Pilla does. They have 3 backs in the backfield. It's almost like an I, but it's set up in a diagonal I with a shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. He fakes the handoff, play action pass. He's looking for a man deep. He's got plenty of time. And then the Generals give chase. He's heading to the edge. There's Generals all around him, and he's forced out of bounds, but not before he gets about, we'll call it 5 yards, a long 5, maybe 6 yards. Does Mr. Stevens.
Patrick, I'm going to say that maybe the receivers did not get the call there because Mr. Simcox was blocking. The really good receiver that hurt us so much last year was blocking his cornerback. He wasn't anticipating a pass, so that may have been a little bit of a busted play.
Mustangs go 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to hand it off right up the middle with a lead blocker, and he breaks a couple tackles. He's running. He's still in the back secondary. Thomas Barr gives chase and tackles him. At number 20, Eli Simmons. We're going to give him
down to the 27-yard line.
We'll give him 33 yards on that carry. Generals hit him about 3 yards into their second level, but we just did not wrap him up. What they do, folks, is with all these backs in the backfield, they just try and power it up on you. They're going to do some lead blocking and send some big backs after you. We got 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, offset eye, shotgun formation.
Here we go.
Hand off
same play,
to number 6. Same play. Our defensive line is just giving way right here. It's a little too much, and it's at 7 yards right there for
number 6,
Mr. Belk, Christian Belk. He stands a 6'2", 180-pound junior.
Yeah, the big offensive line of Pilla is kind of having their way with us in the early going.
We're going to have to keep that defense front. It's got to play low, get in on them legs, and basically bear crawl through them. We got the offset eye to the near side, 1 receiver to the near, 1 to the far. Ball on the near side hash mark, set on about the 20. Is going to play action pass, going to roll out, got a man deep. Bentley Suarez is there, and it's incomplete.
Swatted away, great
Good
job.
coverage on John Bentley. He looked like he had a little daylight, and he made up the ground and got there.
And knocked it away at the last minute, swatted the ball out across the track. So it's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 3rd and 4, Patrick. Ball's on the 20-yard line. The yard to gain is the 16. So we're going to have a 3rd and 4. It's a big play right here for the Generals defense.
Big stop right here if we can get this.
Be a bend, but don't break.
Offset eye, shotgun. So there's a snap straight up the middle. He's in the secondary already, and he's going to have the first down by about 4 yards.
Yeah, going to get inside the 15.
On the carry is number 22, Jack Reek again, and we're going to give him about 7 yards on that. So already we've got 5 different guys running with the football, including the quarterback. Offset eye to the near side, 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. Ball set on the 14-yard line. Generals almost jump off sides. We got 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far side. They change the play at the line of scrimmage. Does Stevens, and he takes it, and he's going to hand it off to his fullback, and he's wrapped up. He's running hard, though. He's going to have we'll call it 8 yards probably on that carry.
Good second effort by the Pilla Academy fullback there. We had him wrapped up, and he just refused to be tackled.
And Bogan Brewer is back at play this week, folks, in there helping out in the middle with Kel Hodges at that middle linebacker positions there. So Pilla, again, going no huddle. Looks to the sideline, offset eye to the near side. Ball is going to be on about the 7-yard line. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. Shotgun formation. Stevens shifts his eye to the far side of the field, the wide side. He's going to take it. Tall sweep to that side. They're trying to – Generals get upfield. We got to give pursuit. And a good tackle made out on the edge right there by number – I guess that's number 20.
Yeah, number
20. Eric Pham getting out there on the edge and making a good open field tackle. So it's going to be 3rd and short. The Generals got to come up with a stand here.
Stand here and hold them to a field goal attempt. Pilla's another one of those no-huddle teams. I'm not sure that I could name a team that huddles on a regular occasion, Patrick, high school football.
2 receivers being set to the near side, 1 to the far. Ball is on about the 6-yard line. He's going to take it himself. The quarterback follows back into the hole.
Going to be close.
I think he's got enough for the first down, Scott. He's all the way down to about the 1. It's a little bit tough view from here. We'll call it to 2.
If we get the 1st and goal from, we'll say, the 2-yard line. Kind of had a bad snap there, and that kind of messed up the timing of the play. And that may have actually helped Pilla a little bit for the high snap.
Yeah, they definitely kind of threw the Generals off themselves. They're stacked up in the offset eye. Shotgun formation. They brought the tight end in, it looks like, and they're going to hand it off to the fullback, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. He's met. Generals deny him on that play. He's going to get about halfway between the 1 and the goal line, and he's stacked up by a host of Generals, anchored right there by Bogan Brewer and Kel Hodges.
It's going to be 2nd and goal. Of course, the Pilla Academy coaches don't see something they like because they are halfway out to the numbers hollering at not really at the officials, but I think their own players.
Well, they bring in number 42, the big fullback, Jacob Bush, 6'1", 200 pounds, senior. They're going to go offset eye to the near side. Got a tight end now with one wide receiver to the far side. Going to hand it off to number 20. He's stacked up. He is denied right there, led by the charge. Bogan Brewer and Kel Hodges in the backfield. And down there mixing it up a little bit, too, is Andy Trone causing problems. So we'll call it, get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll be generous doing that. So General's going to have to be on the lookout here for maybe a play-action rollout, giving their quarterback some options to do something with the football. Still have a tight end in the game, one receiver to the far side, ball on about the 1-yard line, all set out to the near side. Stevens calls for the ball. There's a snap. He's going to hand it off to his tailback, it's close. He's met pretty good, but it's close. He got in the end zone. They're going to give him credit for the touchdown. So the tailback, number 22, Mr. Jack Reichley is what they're calling it. So he gets a touchdown here, but behind that lead blockers of all those guys in the backfield and I.
So 5:45 to go. First quarter, Pillow just takes a 6-0 lead, pinning the PAT, Patrick.
On to attempt the PAT is Gavin Leslie. Also doing the kickoff duties. Holden is number 6, Christian Belk.
Kick is
up. It's kind of wobbly. I think he might have hammered it through, but it
wouldn't
wasn't pretty.
Much further.
It wasn't pretty. Well, as they change it over here and we kick off and do another kickoff, General fall behind 7-0. We're going to take you to some commercials.
It's shiny, it's new, and it comes to you. What are we talking about? The Cater Trailer from the original Doe's Eat Place. That's right. How awesome is that? Now you can get the same great food, same great service, where you want it, when you want it. The finest steaks, shrimp, and hot tamales, just like you know and love, available at your home, office, wedding, reunion, convention, or any other gathering. Better make reservations now and write this down. You're going to need it. 662-832-9003. The Cater Trailer, now taking reservations. Oh, and just like Doe's Eat Place, it's the original.
Hall of Fame.
They say home is where your heart is. I'm Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber. Home's also where your tax dollars should stay. Improving our quality of life, promoting growth, improving our schools, and fixing our roads. Not sent to the office of a big box store. Sunflower Lumber is staffed by your neighbors. We listen and care. Sunflower Lumber has helped build your dreams, shared your joy, and helped do-it-yourselfers live through projects. We still support local charities and events and may even sponsor your child's team. So buy local. At Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, our legacy is local, and we're proud of it. And you're still number one.
Welcome back to campus of Pill Academy, Bill Davis Field for Generals and Mustangs Friday Night Lights football action. Pillow getting ready, number 4, Mr. Gavin Leslie getting ready to kick off as Pillow just took a 7-0 lead.
7-0, 5:45 left in the first quarter. Up close, expecting an onside kick. They move Kel Hodges up close just to make sure and be on the safe side here. He's going to do another pooch kick.
We're a little more prepared for it this time.
Yeah, Drake Nichols fields it and says he's going to run with it. And he's going to be stacked up right there. He gets a couple yards with it, and he credit that young man for being brave. Most of the time when you see those folks fair catch it, because a lot of flying bodies there looking to knock somebody's heads off.
I was going to say, number 30, Walker Wood, was there not long after he caught that old sky kick to put an abrupt stop to that return. So it looks like we're going to be on the 32-yard line, Patrick. 1st and 10. Getting the play from the sideline. Looks like we're going.
Janice breaks the huddle. We go trips receivers to the near side. Ball's on the far side hash mark on about the 32-yard line. Kel Hodges the long back in the backfield on the left hip of Janice. Janice calls for the snap. It's a good snap. He's going to roll to the near side. He's looking. He's got a man. He can get it to him. Eli catches it, makes a man, kind of grabs him by the jersey and gets him down. He's just too little to tug him with him. But we're going to have good positive yards on first down there. So it's going to be second. Look at
second, and we'll say 7. Second, a short 7. Not quite 6.
General's going no huddle again. Kel Hodges still in the backfield. I see Von Efson's back this week, and he's healthy as well, so that's another big pickup for the Generals. We're going to go 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Kel Hodges on the left hip of Janice. Ball's on the near side hash mark on about the 35-yard line. There's a snap. Play action. Eli hits him in the hands. He just tried to lead with it a little too quickly. He had it and had a host of blockers out there in front of him. And we just tried to lead with it before we had it. That's about all it boiled down to.
Kind of looked like a new little wrinkle, almost like a little bubble type screen there, Patrick, where you just threw it out there, let your blockers be in front.
Well, we stacked them up over there, had plenty of receivers over there, and they went up there and just straight went after those defensive backs, and Eli fell in behind them. And it may be a little bit high, but definitely a catchable ball. I think he just got happy feet and ready to take off. And we 2 backs in the backfield, Bogan Brewer to H-back, 2 receivers to the near side. Ball, again, is on the 35-yard line. Janice takes the snap back, drops back. They read screen, does the Mustangs. They were all over it, and we just didn't have nothing doing there. Get in the backfield, and this is something I was going to speak to you guys about. This is a weird situation. This is a 6'4", 250-pound senior, and I think he's bigger than that. as far as weight, listed as Josh Moore. They have him at 2 numbers. He's a 44, and he listed at 66. So I guess when they're healthy at the offensive line, he does what he's doing here at the defensive end position. Yeah. The Sweetness, number 1, back to do the punting. Back deep for the Mustangs is number 2. Ball's kind of shanked off to the left and going to go out of bounds in the air. And the referee's going to mark it out of bounds at about the 48-yard line in General's territory. So not the best foot right there from Eli Fertizzi.
Yeah, he was under a little pressure then. I think he tried to hurry the kick a little bit, and he didn't quite didn't get that square drop. It may have been a little crooked when he dropped it. Anyway, Pilla's back on offense. They're on the General's 48. Hopefully during that possession, the coach has got our defensive line coached up a little bit, and we can maybe.
Well, these guys, if we're gonna contend with them, we're gonna have to shoot gaps, make them double team us to stop us from getting in the backfield. The offset out to the near side, shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far. He's going to fake the handoff play. Actually, he's looking for a man down the middle. Generals are all over it, and Eric Pham was on it. He's still looking for a man deep. Eli's there, and he's good job of defense right there. And we got some kind of flag in the backfield here. I don't know if we're going to get called for. Yes, we're going to get called for blocking the back, it seems like.
Yeah, I think
we had the deep routes covered. Mr. Simcox took off from that far sideline, and I thought he was open for a minute, but the Generals recovered. Eli came over to help a little bit, and as Stevens had to scramble, I guess someone trying to protect him from Eric Pham coming back there and chewing a hole in him was, and they had to hold him.
Yeah, no doubt. So it's going to be 1st and 20 balls.
They're going to call it a block in the back. It's a clip.
That's a spot foul, so
spot
it's 10 yards from
10 yards from the spot.
Foul.
He gave us the block in the back signal.
So it's going to be all the balls all the way back to the Pilla 36. That's a loss of 12 yards on the penalty.
Yeah, so we're going to call it 1st and 22. Yeah. I guess would be the safest way to call that thing, maybe more than that. Shotgun formation, 1 back in the backfield, twins on both sides of the field. Ball's on the far side hash mark. Steven looks for somebody to throw. Just nobody open. He's got all day, and he's going deep. Simcox breaks deep and throws it over the wrong shoulder, and they made an adjustment. But we're going to have to put some pressure on Stevens. He had too much time. Simcox made an excellent adjustment. Stevens saw him, just did not place the ball accurately. He was behind both of our defenders, Drake Nichols and John Bentley Suarez. Just one of those things where the play went on so long. If we give him enough time back there, somebody's going to find a hole and throw it to it.
It's hard to cover somebody for 4 or 5 seconds, Patrick.
Definitely. I think the Generals are going to have to start bringing Big Kill Hodges or Bogan Brewer through that line of scrimmage and at least forcing the issue in some way, somehow. Shotgun formation, 1 back in the backfield. He puts him on his right hip, does Stevens. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 on the far. Ball on the 44-yard line. He rolls to the near side.
And there's that pressure. Bogan Brewer giving chase.
He throws it away, does Steven. Rolls to the near side, and he's hit by Eric Pham. We might have got away with one right there, but giving chase and get to that line of scrimmage. Let's credit number 54, Joey Pham, for busting through there and getting with it.
Yeah, host of Generals chasing. That's 3rd and 22, Patrick.
Yeah, it seems like they haven't tried to get it back in bits and pieces. They've been trying to go downtown every down now, so Generals going to have to be on their toes. They're back in the Twins receivers on both sides of the field. 1 back in the backfield. Stevens puts number 20, Eli Simmons, on his right hip. Ball's on the far side hash mark on the 44-yard line. 2 receivers on the far side, 2 to the near. They're just shotgun formation. He fakes the handoff, looks for a man. He's got a man wide open. I'm not sure what happened in our coverage. He breaks a tackle, and he drags Drake Nichols for another 6 or 7 yards. But that's going to be a Pillow Academy Mustang first down on 3rd and 24. We'll call it. They're going to get. They're going to get roughly 30 yards.
Yeah, what they did, Patrick, I believe they just found an open spot in our zone, and he went and sat down and then broke a tackle, made the rest on himself. Credit that young man, because when he made the catch, he was short.
2 receivers to the near side. He just straight up fakes the handoff right here, and then he hits the edge, runs up the middle, and we had vacated the middle of the field there. We had Twins receivers on both sides of the field. Our middle linebackers were nowhere to be found. John Bentley's on the ground. So he's up. He's done. He took a little dead leg to the calf there and got a little knot in there. Again, the Pill Academy Mustangs are going no huddle. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 on the far. Number 20, Eli Simmons, along back in the backfield on the right hip of Stevens. Stevens gets to the line, sets his formation. Takes a breather himself, calls for the ball, is going to fake the handoff, is looking for somebody down the sideline, and they're covered up pretty good. He's still going to go there. And an excellent catch made by number 22.
Reichley.
Jake Reichley, 6'1", 175-pound senior. He just kind of threw it up, and he went up and over our guy. We were there.
Oh, yeah, we've had good coverage most of the night, Patrick.
Pilla's just got some tall, athletic receivers that have just got a few inches on our guys on the cover side.
Yeah, no doubt. So,
on for the PAT, Gavin Leslie. He's 1 for 1 tonight, being held. The hold's being done by Christian Belk, number 6.
Waiting on the snap back from center. Let's see. Kind of wondering what's taking so long with this snap here, Patrick.
There it is. There's a snap and a hold, and he gets that one up, and that looks a little bit prettier going through the uprights. So the Pilla Academy Mustangs lead your Generals 14-0. And the Generals are going to have to dial up some different plays to get some yards on offense and help that defense out a little bit. As they get ready to set for another kickoff, we'll take you to commercial.
You know what it takes to be in business for 30 years? It takes consistently doing a great job. The people in the Delta recommending you because you treated them well and always will. Washington's Auto Body and Paint isn't new to the game. Family owned and operated, repairing little dents and restoring totaled vehicles to showroom quality for over 30 years. From the airport, follow the signs to Washington's Auto Body and Paint, where more combined years experience in the Delta shows in the shine. 332-7472.
This is Mamie Causey, owner of South Main, located at 1697 South Main Street in Greenville. I would like to invite you to join us for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. We offer a wide variety of salads, sandwiches, and an amazing hot plate during lunch. At dinner, you can enjoy an artisan pizza, our Italian specialties from My Family Recipe Book, or a steak or shrimp right off the broiler. We also have a full-service bar featuring our very own craft cocktail menu. If you haven't had a chance to try us out, come see us soon. We also offer takeout. Our staff at South Main wishes you a safe and successful season. Go Generals.
Welcome back, Pilla Academy campus. Pilla has just taken a 14-0 lead, and they're kicking off as we speak.
It goes a little bit deeper. Drake Nichols is going to field it about the 25. He's going to take off running. He's not going to get far. He's tackled up right there by number 10. That's Nelson Hodges, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore.
Pilla's doing a really good job getting, even though they're not kicking it that deep, but they're getting lots of air under it, giving that coverage team time to be right in their face when they do make the kick.
That's it.
Make the catch and kind of limit the return.
All right, Janice brings them to the line, shotgun formation. Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield on the left hip of Jamis. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Ball's on the 25-yard line on the far side hash mark. We're still moving from right to left, and you're ready to dial. Janice, he rolls out. And he's going to be sacked for a loss of about, we'll call it 10 yards almost. Yeah. It just looks like our receivers are taking too long to turn around. Janice was out there looking for somebody to throw to, and both our receivers were running downfield with their back to him.
And it looks like Pilla has assigned an outside linebacker to spy Janice. Whichever way he rolls, that backer is going after him and forcing the issue, not letting him stand back there. And
it's probably a smart play. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 on the far. Ball's on the 16-yard line, near side hash mark. Janice and the Generals look to the sideline for a change of play. We've got to shorten the routes up, Scott. What's going to have to happen? He moves Thomas Barr to his right hip. Calls for the ball. There's a snap. A little bit low, but he's got it. Drops back looking for a man. And again, it seems
good cut.
Good cut right there. Gets a block from Von Epson and gets out of bounds at about the 23-yard lines, where we're going to call it. And so a good decision right there. It just seems to me he's sitting ready to throw, Scott, and we don't have any receivers looking at him.
Yeah, 28. We're at the 28. Going to be 3rd and 7. Good decision there by Janice, and great cut to get to the outside and get the.
You picked up a key block there by number 9, Von Epson, who closed down and kind of pushed the backer back out of the way, and he cut behind Epson's back. We got trips receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Thomas Barr the back in the backfield, shotgun formation. Near side hash mark. Janice is going to fake the handoff. We run that quick hitch we missed on a while ago. He gets it to John Bentley. He's got a little room to run, and he's down there. He's going to pick up about, we'll call it 15 yards for a first down. Well-executed little bubble route right there with lead blockers. If we can make them come up on the line of scrimmage and guard us like that, those deeper routes are going to be, we can hit that a few times, they're going to be forced to come up and deal with us up close, and we can make that kind of damage, and that'll open up the deeper routes. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Ball's on the 41-yard line, far side hash mark. One back in the backfield, Thomas Barr on the left hip to Janice. The Generals look to the sideline. Looks like we're going to get a change in play. They check their wrist coaches. Dennis calls for the snap. There it is, a little bit low. Looking for a man, and there it is. We brought him up, and he throws it over the top, and John Bentley can't hold on as he comes down, number 6. Christian Belk puts a hit on him.
Good hit on him.
He knew it was coming, but he just couldn't hold on. And gets a little bit of razzle-dazzle there from Mr. Belk on the sideline after he makes him drop the ball.
Yeah.
But that's what we need to do. We can bring them in on the close plays, and we can go downfield on them like that, and they're going to have to respect it, but we've got to hold on to the football.
So here we go. Second 10.
Ball still on the far side hash mark on the 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Thomas Barr on the right hip of Janis. Generals look to the line again, change of play. Janis calls for the ball. There's a snap. He drops back. He's looking. He just has no time. No time. He's going to be sacked by number 8.
Yeah,
that's Sam Harris, a 5'9", 175-pound senior running back and linebacker. I mean, Janis couldn't get his feet set, and they were in the backfield. And Bill's only bringing 3. General's going to have to do a much better job of covering up that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a little blitz there, but they still only brought 5. We got 5 to block, so they make sometimes that little delayed blitz like that, Patrick. You engage somebody, and within that guy runs free.
3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Thomas Barr on the right hip of Janis. Ball now rests on the 30-yard line on the far side hash mark. There's a snap. Janis in the shotgun. He's looking for a guy. Going to hammer it down the middle. And he hits his guy. We get close. Bentley's still on his feet. And we may have a first down if we get a good spot here, folks. The near side judge is trying to rip us off. I can tell already. And the far side better stick up for us. It's going to be close for a measurement, but an excellent job of second effort by John Bentley. Suarez, and then it's going to be a tight spot. I bet the Generals go for it. To me, it's Bogan Brewer time.
Oh, he's going to give it to us. First down.
Okay, excellent.
It's like the white
just near side.
It's like the white hat knew they got us on the spot.
The near side judge, he steadily was walking back at an angle. Yeah. And I didn't know if I wish I had a paintball gun, Scott. All right, the ball is going to be on now we're moved over to Pillow territory. The ball's on the 48-yard line, far side hash mark. 2 receivers to the near side, 3 to the near side, 1 to the far. Thomas Barr in the backfield. A little bit high. Eli's got it. He's going to have to make a move here. He's struggling to get away from his green jerseys, but nothing doing. A good pursuit put on right there by the Pillow Academy Mustangs, getting to the edge. Again involved in that is Christian Belk, number 6, a 6'2", 180-pound junior. Yeah. We're going to be dealing with him for next year too, folks.
That's right. At least all these other guys got senior by their name.
A lot of them, yeah. And talking about that, the entire offensive line, folks, is seniors. Yeah. The entire offensive line. I'll read off some of these heights and weights here in a minute. When we tell you that big, they're for 5A MAIS football, they are big. Yeah. Good size athletic kids. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Balls on now our side of the field on about the 47-yard line on the near side hash mark. Kel Hodges, the long back in the backfield. 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near.
I was going to say, wasn't sure they were going to get to snap it before the quarter.
Looks like the Generals going to.
No, they're going to take a timeout.
Well, we had a flag thrown back here. Hopefully, he's picking it up now. So. Yeah. So the stop and play, it looks like we're going to get walked off for a delay of game penalty here. So not a heads-up deal by the Generals there. Now making it long second down situations. And we call it second and 8.
One official gave us a timeout. One official threw the flag.
Yeah, so. The far side and the one in the back threw it. The back judge threw it. We run Drake Nichols off, bring John Bentley back onto the field. Kel Hodges, the long back in the backfield. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Ball's on the 42-yard line, near side hash mark. We're moving from right to left on your radio dial. There's a snap. Janis looking for a man.
Got time.
He's going to step up in the pocket. He's running. He still throws it and throws an interception. Not sure if we had some miscommunication between him and Eli. Eli made a break to the inside to an open spot, and Janis threw it just where he was, to the outside, and an easy pickoff there. Drops to his knees, number 34. Laws McCool, a 5'9", 185-pound junior. And we're going to take a mandatory hydration break here, folks, with the temperature being what it is. And so we're going to take you to commercial. Please stick around.
It feels good to buy local, whether you're supporting Washington County's small businesses, family-owned restaurants, or Farm Bureau Insurance. There's a local agent like me in every county, and my small business is dedicated to helping you protect what's important to you and your family. I'm Blake Policini. Call me at 662-332-0962 for a quick home, auto, or life insurance quote, and to learn more about how Farm Bureau Insurance can save you time and money. That's Blake Policini at 662-332-0962.
They say home is where your heart is. I'm Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber. Home's also where your tax dollars should stay. Improving our quality of life, promoting growth, improving our schools, and fixing our roads. Not sent to the office of a big box store. Sunflower Lumber is staffed by your neighbors. We listen and care. Sunflower Lumber has helped build your dreams, shared your joy, and helped do-it-yourselfers live through projects. We still support local charities and events and may even sponsor your child's team. So buy local. At Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, our legacy is local, and we're proud of it. And you're still lumber one.
Welcome back to Pillar Academy. They're having a presentation on the track. One of their distinguished alumni, Sissy Meeks Gallagher. For those of you that aren't familiar with the golf world, she is a very, very decorated golfer and was recently elected to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. And they
Mustangs set in a tight shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. And Simcox, Stevens hit Simcox on a quick out route. And Simcox just dropped the ball, which does not happen often, so we'll count our blessings there. He was off and running and just running too soon. Yeah. Stevens did get popped on the play by Bogan Brewer, so he's feeling it a little bit there on that play as well. He got hit pretty good, and it was a clean hit, but hit the ground hard. Folks, I spoke of Pill Academy's offensive line. We get a break here. I want to read some of these sizes and names off to you. Stevens sets his formation. We're going to go trip receivers to the far side along with a back in the backfield on his right hip. Simcox, the long receiver to the near side. It's going to be hand off to the back in the backfield. Generals are all over him and nowhere for him to go. Bogan Brewer, Kel Hodges, Eric Pham, and
one more. Can't get a number yet. 60.
Okay.
The other Pham, Joey.
Yep. No, 68. That's Nathan Bass coming from that outside defensive tackle position. So it's going to be 3rd, and we'll call it 13. Yeah, ball is set in Mustang territory in the middle of the field on about the 42-yard line. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Stevens in the backfield, 1 back in the backfield. We're going to bring outside pressure, and here he comes. He doesn't see him, and he is hammered by Thomas Barr. He felt that one. Thomas Barr came off the edge on a called blitz. Nobody picked up, never saw him coming, and he popped Stevens. Yeah. Hard right there, and he's going to drop him for a loss of about 7 yards. So it's going to be 4th and probably we'll call it 20. So the punting unit comes on for the Pill Academy Mustangs, and doing the punting duties tonight is number 2, Mr. Simcox.
First time we've
Jaden Simcox. First time we've seen him punt. An every dangerous run. I doubt they fake it here, but we'll have to be on the lookout for that at all times. And they bring a little bit of pressure to make him get away. Good high spiral kick. Going to come down on about the. It bounces from the 40 to about the, we'll call it the 28, from the 32 to the 28. So not a bad point done there, and keeps it away from our return man. And Simcox puts the foot to it.
And I tell you what, the quarterback 12's down here sitting on the bench talking to, I think, one of the trainers.
Yeah, he felt that, and if he hasn't been there starting QB and hadn't been able to play, we may have aggravated something like that. He got popped by Thomas Barr. All right, Janice brings him to the line. Ball is set on the 27-yard line, we'll call it. 2 receivers motion to the far side with John Bentley Suarez. Now we have 3 receivers to the far side. Ball's on the near side hash mark, looking for the quick hitch. They'll throw it to Von Epson. He's looking for some blockers and didn't get a lot of help. It looked like Eli missed his man. He's frustrated with himself. And so we're going to lose a little quick hitch, and if we're going to throw those, we got to pick those blocks up out on the edge right there. And Eli's going to have to do a better job of protecting Von Epson.
Yeah, they're going to
give us a loss of 1.
Yeah, 2nd and 11. Ball's now on the 27. Looks like.
And the ball's on the far side hash mark. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. 1 back in the backfield. Thomas Barr. Janice calls for the ball. They show blitz back off. He's looking for a quick receiver there, and they get through the line of scrimmage again. He's got a man. He's got him open. He hits Eli. Eli makes a good move, makes him miss a tackle. Going to pick up about 8 yards. So the Generals are going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and about 3, we'll call it. They're going to call him down on about the 35-yard line. Going to set the ball on the far side hash mark. We're moving from left to right on your radio dial now, folks. It's 2nd quarter, and the clock is ticking, tackled in bounds, and it's 9:37 and ticking down. Mustangs leading your Generals, 14-zip.
14-0. Got to get some points here, Patrick.
Yep, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near, 1 back in the back. They're going to run motion with Eli to the near side. It's going to put 3 on this side. Looked like we had a Pill Academy Mustang jump off sides. I'm not sure who we're going to get busted for this.
Well,
we got a false start.
Yeah,
we must have went motion, costly penalty.
Their guys motioned on the defensive side, and our guy come up out of the stance, and, of course, they're going to get us every time.
So it's 3rd and 8, we'll call it.
Ball back on the 30-yard line. Generals get ready to, they're in the huddle, catching their wind. tell you what,
costly mistake there. And as you know from listening to us last week, the Generals had plenty of that in the second half last week. Don't know if it was just a matter of fact they got winded because of the lack of numbers that we have or just outright mistakes. They picked up the win against Bio Academy. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Janice in the backfield. Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. Eli comes in for Teasy this way. Comes in motion this way. I'm sorry. Janice is feeling pressure, and he's swarmed up. Yes. We're going to have to do better on that offensive line. They're just all over him right now, and we got to slow him down somehow, some way, and they're going to drop us for a loss of roughly about, we'll call it 8 yards. So it's going to be fourth and about 15.
Didn't even get to make his drop back there.
No, we were looking for that quick hitch again. Eli came in motion to the near side and stopped right there, turned around and looked. We sent those guys out to block for him and just nothing doing, and Caleb couldn't even set his feet.
Yeah.
So Eli walks back to his punt position as the team gets set. We're going to punt it away. Ball's being snapped from about the 22-yard line. It's a good snap. They come after it, and he gets it away. It's a good kick down the sideline. Going to take a General's bounce. Still rolling. Well done by the Sweetness. Eli Fertizzi going to go out of bounds on the Mustang 33. So he did a good job of punting that football, and we kept it away from him. They came after it, but he got it away and got a good kickoff.
Yeah, that punt just short of 40 yards with no return. We'll take that flipping field position every time.
Let's see if we can use it to our advantage. The offensive line for Pillow Academy, folks, is we got all seniors here. 162, 225, 159, 205, 162, 245, 162, 260, 162, 285, and another one that goes in from time to time is a 6'7", 310-pound.
Yeah.
I think he's a junior.
Yeah, which means we'll get to deal with him again next year.
Yeah.
Comes the blitz.
There's an option out of the shotgun to the near side, and that's Simcox, I believe, running the ball. No, it's number 6, Mr. Belt, Christian Belt, the big running back, 200-pound running back. And he gets popped pretty good. Generals give chase. He's only going to get about 2 yards. That's a new little wrinkle they've hadn't shown to us yet. So an option out of that shotgun to the short side of the field. Ball's on the near side hash mark. Pill again going no huddle. They shift 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Going to isolate Simcox on the near side sideline. Back in the backfield with Stevens is number 6, Christian Belt. Again, 6'2", 180-pound junior running back. 3 receivers on the far side of the field. General showing man coverage. Shotgun formation. He's looking for Simcox on a quick hitch. He has him. And a good open field tackle by Suarez. Just giving too much of a cushion because Simcox is extremely dangerous downfield. And so we're just giving him too much. It's enough for the first down. They're going to get about 9 yards on it. We'll call it a first down. The ball is going to be on the the Mustang 44-yard line on the near side hash mark. They're still showing trips to the far side. Simcox, again, isolated on the near side sideline. This time he moves number 6, Christian Belt, to the near side.
We're going to jump off sides.
I think they're going to get number 68, Nathan Bass, again on the outside, jumping off sides. So we're going to give them first and 5. So Pilla, I would look for them to take a shot right here. Almost have it down to burn the way they've been able to move the football. So look for them to go look for some fireworks right here, folks.
I look for them to throw it down the field at least one time right here, Patrick.
Yeah, I got a feeling they'll take a shot. All right.
Clock is
3
running.
receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Ball's on the 49-yard line, near side hash mark. He hands it off to Christian Belk, and he's going to have enough for the first down. Looks like he gets forward progress, and he's going to get about 6 yards. So it's going to be first and 10 for the Pillow Academy Mustangs, and they're going to be moved over into General's territory. The ball set on the 45 on the near side hash mark.
Yeah, it's going to be first down to 10. Ball right on 45. Clock 7:23 left before the half. Generals trailing 14-0. Got to get us a stop. Something good's got to happen here for the Generals. Patrick, turnover on downs, just a fumble in it, something.
Big defensive stand, interception, some sort of turnover. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Belt, the long back in the back from the right hip of Janice. And here's the chance they're going to take. And Stevens takes off and tries to get something out of it, and Kel Hodges is there to run him out of bounds. He's still going to get, we're going to call it about 3 yards, it looks like, possibly 4. Oh, he got a nice spot right there.
Yeah, they're going to spot him.
Very generous spot.
42-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of 3 there.
Yeah, we'll give him a gain of 3. It's going to be balls on the 42, near side hash mark. Pillow again going no huddle. They swap out some personnel, bring in the big back. They'd like to put it to H-back position, number 42, Jacob Bush, a 6'1", 200-pound senior.
Yeah. He's a good-looking young man.
A strong kid in the backfield. Now they're back in the offset eye, and in the tail end of that is number 22, Jack Reike. Shotgun formation, going to fake the handoff, play action pass, and he's got a man wide open. His Riki's right there. See if we get an open field tackle, and he's hit. The ball's loose. I don't know. He looked like he fell on it at the last minute. So it's going to be third and we'll call it 2.
Yeah,
third and 2. Good open field tackling there, but he was wide open for a minute there. Generals closed in quickly. Shotgun formation, still going to that offset eye. They run one back off. Mr. Belt, Christian Belt comes off, and number 8 comes on. That's going to be Sam Harris, 5'9", 175-pound senior. They go into staggered eye, still in the shotgun formation. One receiver to the far side, one to the near. He's going to hand it off to that senior Sam Harris, who's quick through that line of scrimmage, but he's tackled and tripped up by Thomas Barr, but not until he gains about 7, because 6 yards. They're going to have the first down.
Yeah, ball's going to be, looks like they're going to spot it right on the 32-yard line. We're going to have a timeout on the field. Not sure.
I'm not sure they know where they're spotting it. The ball spotter's got it on the 31, and the 2 line judges were on the 32. We'll call it the 31.
So it's going to be 1st and 10, and then we're going to have a timeout on the field. We're going to stay here with you, but we're going to listen to a little music for your enjoyment.
Folks, I'm going to give you some up-to-date scores on what we've got so far in MAIS play. Right now, Leake Academy is leading Hartfield. Hartfield's undefeated. Leake Academy is leading them 21-0. They don't have any times of where they are in the game. Lamar is beating Park Place Christian Academy 7-0. St. Joe's is leading Greenville Christian 23-0. The other scores haven't been updated yet. I'm trying to keep up with all of them on Max Prep, and I'll let you know when I get some more in. Tonight, Bayou Academy is playing Madison Ridgeland. Central Holmes is going to be playing Indianola Academy. Deer Creek has got Unity Christian.
Here we go.
We're set for play. Ball is set on the 31-yard line, far side hash mark. We're moving from right to left on your radio dial. Shotgun formation. 1 receiver to the far side, 2 to the near. 2 backs in the backfield. He calls for it. Takes the handoff. Going to throw a quick hitch to Simcox. I'm giving him a huge cushion right there as Flores, but he's going to make the tackle on the open field, but not until he makes another Mustang first down on a pickup of about 15. Just a huge cushion. We're going to have to go over under on top of him there and take that away.
We're going to have to put some type of press coverage on him and then give some help over the top. But, Patrick, back to those scores, that's Leake Academy kind of jumps out at you. That's the General's homecoming opponent this year, and they're up on an undefeated Hartfield 21-0.
At this point, they are. Now, they give Simcox a little bit of rest, motion to the far side. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near. Ball set on the 21-yard line, near side hash mark. They're going to hand it off to Sam Harris. He gets to the edge, and he's in the open field range. He's going to make a cut up the field, and he looks like he's just going to – he gets into the end zone. Touchdown Mustangs. And there goes the cannon. So number 8, Sam Harris, basically walks into the end zone. We're not having much contain on those edges, and granted, our guys are small, but we've got to find a way to keep that outside arm free. And right there, we just struggled to do it, and he ran to that edge and got there easily.
So pinning a PAT attempt from kicker Gavin Leslie.
The Pill Academy Mustangs have been as advertised to this point. Not a lot of mistakes, pretty proficient. The one drop that he recovered his own fumble did Belk, and there's the point after. And it's not pretty, but it's effective. So he's in there again for the point after, and the Generals are trailing the Mustangs of Pillow Academy 21-0. And we're sitting at time-wise, we are sitting at 5 minutes and 51 seconds
before half.
And we'll bring you back as we get set for another kickoff.
It's shiny, it's new, and it comes to you. What are we talking about? The Cater Trailer from the original Doe's Eat Place. That's right. How awesome is that? Now you can get the same great food, same great service, where you want it, when you want it. The finest steaks, shrimp, and hot tamales, just like you know and love, available at your home, office, wedding, reunion, convention, or any other gathering. Better make reservations now and write this down. You're going to need it. 662-832-9003. The Cater Trailer, now taking reservations. Oh, and just like Doe's Eat Place, it's the original.
You know what it takes to be in business for 30 years? It takes consistently doing a great job. The people in the Delta recommending you because you treated them well and always will. Washington's Auto Body and Paint isn't new to the game. Family owned and operated, repairing literal dents and restoring totaled vehicles to showroom quality for over 30 years. From the airport, follow the signs to Washington's Auto Body and Paint, where more combined years experience in the Delta shows in the shine. 332-7472.
Welcome back to Pill Academy as the Mustangs have just taken a 21-0 lead over the Generals. Got the kick, another sky kick.
Another pooch kick. This time it's going to be fielded by
Thomas Barr.
Thomas Barr. He's a dangerous one to kick it to, but he's going to be tackled again. They kick it sky high and give their guys plenty of time to get out in there, so they're all over you by the time you field that thing. So we're doing, again, dangerous, not for us to fair catch, but they feel like they got some room, and you never know. You always want to encourage them to be aggressive, and you never know when they bust one of them.
That's it. So the Generals going to take over. Ball's on the 27-yard line on their own end of the field. Coming in 1st and 10, desperately needs points before the half.
Generals break the huddle in a big package right here. We've got both big backs, Bogan Brewer and Kel Hodges in the game. 2 receivers to the far side. Ball's on the far side hash mark. We're moving from left to right. Going to hand it off to Hodges. He gets to the edge. Bogan Brewer puts a big block on the outside backer, and that's what I'm talking about, power football. Kel Hodges makes them pay for the tackle if they're going to make one, and Bogan Brewer picks up the outside linebacker and just drops the hammer on him. And that's what you call sitting the edge.
Yeah, that's right. Gain of 6. Going to be 2nd and 4. Ball's on the.
We'll call that 7, Scott. That's a look more like 3 to me.
Looks like the ball's on about the 34-yard line. So.
Ball's almost in the middle of the field. Generals in a huddle now. We're going to take a little bit more methodical approach as John Bentley and Eli come to the near side. Both receivers to the near side. Still big package in, tight end set. Bogan Brewer at the H-back. Kel Hodges the back next to Janice. They're going to hand it off to Kel. He's going to go right up the middle. He's going to be hit the line of scrimmage, but he's still going to fall forward for about a yard and a half or so.
It looks like the ball should be across the 35, and it is just across the 35-yard line. It's going to be
Coach Wallace likes a lot of fireworks. Look for something to happen here at the end of the half right here. Notice he is lining up both Eli Fertizzi and John Bentley to the same side of the field. And those are both two of our better receivers who get a lot of touches. So, and we're in a run package. So watch for a play action, something deep. Now they both go to the far side of the field. Tight end package comes to the near side. Kelly in at tight end. Bogan Brewer at the H-back. Now Thomas Barr, the back in the backfield. Here's a snap, and there it is. They look for him, and he throws it behind Eli. He had him on the inside, and a little bit too much cheddar, couldn't throw it over the top, but we had him on the inside. Just a catch would have got us a first down.
Yeah, so 4:26 to go before the half. It's 4th and 2. The Generals
seem to be contemplating. Nobody's running off the field yet.
Yeah.
So
we don't change many from group to group.
Yeah, you bring the punt team on, we might swap out 2.
Yeah, so but we are going for it here.
Yeah, we're in the big package again. Thomas Barr on the left hip of Janice. Bogan Brewer to the near side with Jakelli. 2 receivers on the far side is Fertizzi and Suarez. The ball is set.
Oh, now we're going
looks like we tried to draw them off sides, and then we called timeout when they didn't fall for it. So it's 4th and 2. When we come back, folks, the ball is, your Generals are trailing 21-0, 4th and 2, and we'll see what they contemplate doing here.
Ever need something from a friend in a time of need? A chainsaw, a ladder? What about insurance? At Farm Bureau Insurance, local agents like myself treat our customers just like friends. And I'm happy to use my expertise to help all my friends in Washington County protect what they love. I'm Scott Rainwater. Call me at 662-332-0962 for a quick auto, home, or life quote, and to learn more about how Farm Bureau can save you time and money. That's Scott Rainwater, 662-332-0962. Welcome back to campus of Pill Academy. The PA announcer, they're giving away several awards here at halftime night, Patrick. I think it's been transmitted to us that none of our people will be performing at halftime due to all those celebrations. So,
and there may be an extended halftime break, folks. So if you come back and hear some music playing or hear something going on there, don't think anything of it. Come back and stay with us. Now, the Generals are going to punt. Fertizzi, ball being snapped from the 35. Fertizzi stands at about the 24, we'll call it. They come after it, and we fake it, throw it to the edge, and he's hit as the ball gets there, and it's going to be incomplete. We tried to throw to Suarez, and he's frustrated with himself, and something's hurting on him. He's down on the ground right now. He's hurting. He's in a bit of pain, folks.
He's going to get up on his own.
Yeah, he's a tough guy he is. He is not going to let him talk to him or anything until he gets off the field. He's met by his dad.
Team doctor.
Yeah, the team doctor, Dr. Neil Suarez, and he don't want nothing to do with it. He said, Dad, get back where you belong.
They went separate directions when they hit the sideline.
Yeah, he wasn't having anything of it.
I don't think he told his daddy.
So the General's in a bit of a predicament here, going for it on 4th 4th down. We tried something, but hey, it's at that point where you got to try something and break a big play. Ball is set on the Generals' 35-yard line, a little closer to the near side hash mark than it is midfield. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. In the back of the backfield next to Stevens is Eli Simmons. Stevens in a shotgun formation. Generals look like they're bringing something. Then they back off. They show a fake, and then they come and give him chase to the outside. And he's got Simcox on the sideline right there, and he's going to be tackled. A well-thrown ball, well-timed ball. As Simcox made his cut and came back, Fertizzi tackles him right where he catches it, but then they're going to have a first down, and they're going to get probably 16 yards on that.
The ball's inside the 20. It's going to be on the 19-yard line. 4 minutes to go. Clock is stopped, now started. They had to get the chain set. So 4 minutes to go. Generals trailing 21-0. Somebody got to make a play right here.
Yeah, 2 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near. Again, Eli Simmons in the backfield alongside Stevens. He's looking to throw. He's got a man right over the middle. Wide open is number 22. Tackled by Fertizzi. Looks like we had some mix-ups on assignments between Fertizzi and Jackelli on that side. But a trusty target, Jack Reekley.
Going to be first and goal, just outside the goal line, somewhere around the 1-yard line.
Yeah, we'll call it the one yard line he was tackled at. They run some personnel on. Looks like they're going to go with a little bit more beef down here on the goal line. But still, we got a flag being thrown.
See what the flag is.
I don't know. Jackelli was running off.
Illegal substitution, I believe. I think we had 12 men on the field.
Yeah, Jackelli ran out of the back of the end zone and then tried to go around the end zone and around the sideline. I don't think
he was quite sneaky.
No, he didn't fool anybody there. So they're going to move from the half-yard line to the half-foot line. At first and goal from that point. They're going to be in somewhat of a big package. They're going to have 2 backs in the backfield, 1 receiver to the far side and 2 to the near. They're lining up looking to Coach Trip McCarty for the play. Ball's on the near side hash mark again, right outside the goal line. They're set up. Stevens in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Is going to hand it off to his running back, and he's in the end zone. His number. Well, we got a flag.
Chop block.
We got a flag here, but it got in the end zone.
Yeah, hold.
It's number 22, Jack.
Oh, a little premature on the cannon.
Yep, they wasted that ammo. Going to have to reload now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a spot foul. We're going to move them back 10 yards. So now they're going to be just outside of the 10 instead of outside the goal line, but we're going to replay first down.
Yeah.
Ball just on the midfield side of the inside, on the near side hash mark. They show 1 receiver to the outside on the far side of the field. Generals run some personnel on and off. We take Nathan Bass off, and we bring on number 23, Banks Dinkins, at the defensive end position outside of his buddy, number 54, Joey Pham.
Pillar taking their time getting the play in sideline as it's 11 seconds left on the play clock.
2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Eli Simmons along back in the backfield on the left hip of Stevens. He throws to the end zone, throwing over the top. And it is completed to number 22, Jack Reike. Another touchdown pass from Mr. Stevens. So
there goes your fireworks.
So we got fireworks that time with no cannon fire. I guess they couldn't get it reloaded soon enough.
Yeah, he's still down there reloading. Thank goodness. So, I bet you those woods adjacent to the field are void of any wild animals on Friday night football.
There ain't gonna be no hunting over there on Friday nights. I promise you. We got an unsportsmanlike conduct called on the Generals, I believe. Now he's pointing. They're going to enforce it on the kickoff. Didn't see the flag thrown, but he was pointing at the Generals like we were responsible for the unsportsmanlike conduct. And I think he caught it on. Looks like he's having words with our coach.
Yeah, maybe from the sideline.
Coach Wallace may be expressing his displeasure with some of the calls. They're still jawing back and forth with our head referee.
Yeah. Yeah, our coaches don't appear to be real happy right now. As Pilla's a PAT away from a 28-0 lead, 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the half. So number 7, we got a different kicker here, Patrick. Number 7.
Juan Carlos Hernandez.
That sounds like a kicker.
And kicks his soccer style, a little low, but gets it through the uprights. Juan Carlos is a 5'6", 130-pound sophomore. Shown as a wide receiver and defensive back, but kicks like he belongs back there kicking.
Yeah,
he's a little guy.
Yeah,
looks like Martin Anderson down there.
Kicks like he belongs on a soccer field.
Yeah.
So the Generals are down 28-0, 3:20 to go. We're going to send you back to the studio for just a few seconds.
You know what it takes to be in business for 30 years? It takes consistently doing a great job. The people in the Delta recommending you because you treated them well and always will. Washington's Auto Body and Paint isn't new to the game. Family owned and operated, repairing literal dents and restoring totaled vehicles to showroom quality for over 30 years. From the airport, follow the signs to Washington's Auto Body and Paint, where more combined years experience in the Delta shows in the shine. 332-7472.
They say home is where your heart is. I'm Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber. Home's also where your tax dollars should stay. Improving our quality of life, promoting growth, improving our schools, and fixing our roads. Not sent to the office of a big box store. Sunflower Lumber is staffed by your neighbors. We listen and care. Sunflower Lumber has helped build your dreams, shared your joy, and helped do-it-yourselfers live through projects. We still support local charities and events and may even sponsor your child's team. So buy local. At Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, our legacy is local, and we're proud of it. And you're still number one.
Number 4, Gavin Leslie on to do the kickoffs.
They're going to be kicking off from the Generals 45, so I'd imagine he's going to kick deep, try and kick it out of the back of the end zone, but it is going to come in the end zone. We run it out, but they always forgot about the high school rule. Once it goes in the end zone, we're going to get it on the 25. Is it, Scott?
I think it's the 25. We'll see where they spot it. They're actually look like they're wanting to spot it on the 10. That
ain't going to fly.
So we'll see.
They're going to carry it out to the 20, it looks like. Not sure who the personal foul penalty was. There was a whole lot of jawing between Coach Wallace and the white hat. They were plenty upset, and the white hat was doing a whole lot of pointing over there at the coaching staff at the Washington General sideline. So there was a lot of jawing. So I'd have to say that was probably thrown on one of the coaching staff over there, expressing their displeasure with something that took place. Now the Generals. Again, Bogan Brewer in at the H-back, tight end formation. Two receivers to the near side, one back in the backfield, Thomas Barr. We take the snap. We're going to hand it off the Barr. He heads to the edge, gets around, and gets wrapped up by his feet in the backfield by number 50.
Number 50, Jackson Hodges.
Jackson Hodges, 6'1", 185-pound junior, listed as an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Not terribly big, but he was quick on his feet right there.
I think the Pilla's deal is they got the big, strong guys on the offensive line and the quick guys on the defensive line wrecking havoc with your.
Yeah, I don't see. Ironically, the big number 42 we were talking about earlier, Jacob Bush, 6'1", 200-pounder. He's back kind of in a Roman strong safety position. So they're using him for pass coverage. We got two receivers to the near side, shotgun formation. Quick option pitch to Thomas Barr, getting a block on him right there, and a good move to the inside. Thomas Barr's going to pick up some extra yards just with some athleticism. So we're going to pick up about we'll call it a carry of 7 on an option, a well-designed play by the Generals. Pillock just give credit to them with the fact they gave chase pretty quickly and swarmed to the football. So we're going to call it 3rd and 6.
Yeah, good blocking there by 1 and 2. And Suarez give him the edge.
The Diesel and Sweetness over there not being so nice to some of those Pillow Academy Mustangs. The two of them split out to the far side of the field. Ball on the near side hash mark, 24-yard line. Bogan Brewer putting in motion to the far side. One back in the backfield. Again, the option pitch. Bogan Brewer lead block and throws a block on the outside linebacker. And it looks like Eli he had a tough time holding on to the block that long. And his man comes off of him and makes the tackle. And that's that big Jacob Bush. And maybe that's why he's out there. It's for some run support on the edge.
He's a good-looking kid now. He's a big old boy. But as it is, it's going to be 4th and 5. And looks like the Generals punt team is coming on the field. It's 1:49 to go before the half.
Looks like we had a timeout call, Scott. So we're gonna take you to commercial, and we'll be back.
This is Mamie Causey, owner of South Main, located at 1697 South Main Street in Greenville. I would like to invite you to join us for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. We offer a wide variety of salads, sandwiches, and an amazing hot plate during lunch. At dinner, you can enjoy an artisan pizza, our Italian specialties from my family recipe book, or a steak or shrimp right off the broiler. We also have a full-service bar featuring our very own craft cocktail menu. If you haven't had a chance to try us out, come see us soon. We also offer takeout. Our staff at South Main wishes you a safe and successful season. Go Generals.
Welcome back to Pillow Academy's campus here for Generals and Mustang action. It's 1:49 to go before the half. Generals trailing 28-0. Punt team is on the field for the Generals. And Patrick, something we need to talk about. The Generals need a good punt, a good stand here to prevent that 35-point threshold from the running clock.
Definitely. Back deep for the Mustangs, number 22, Jack Riker, who's been a thorn in the side of the Generals all night. There's the snap. They don't come for it, so Eli tries to put a good foot to it. And And it takes a bounce for the Generals, and down there on coverage quickly is John Bentley Suarez, and he's going to down it at about the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
So the Pilla Academy's got to go 65 yards and a little less than a minute and 40 to put it in the end zone.
Well, we should know here pretty quickly if Pilla is going to be content with a 28-0 lead, or if they're trying to get the 35 for the running clock.
We'll find that out pretty quickly.
Their play calling should tell the tale, I would think. So
I see the big lineman we spoke about earlier, number 65, the junior, Frazier Rose, 6'7", 310 pounds, is at that right side guard position. They've got the senior, the more experienced Hunter Taylor, 6'2", 285 at the left tackle. And I'm sorry, he's at right tackle is Rose.
Yeah,
two receivers to the far side, two to the near, one back in the backfield. Stevens in the shotgun formation, far side hash mark. He's looking for a man throwing right over the middle. Hits his man, Jack Reike, right there again.
Oh, and he breaks the tackle.
He makes a couple of good breaks right there on the tackle and brought down after a pickup about 17. John Bentley Suarez makes the tackle.
It's going to be across the 50. The ball's going to be on the Generals 48, and they're in a hurry. They're not huddling. They're getting back 4 wide, and they're going, Patrick.
Two receivers to the near side, two to the far. Ball almost in the middle of the field, 49-yard line. Shotgun formation. He's looking downfield. Got a man short. He's hit immediately. Drake Nichols comes on him. It's Jack Reike again. Not till they pick up about, we'll call it a long 7. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. Clock's going to be ticking. They stay
on the 42, Patrick.
42-yard line, near side hash mark. We're moving from right to left of your radio dial. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near, one back in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Looking for a quick hitch again. There he's got his man out to the edge. It's number 16. Good open field tackle, but he gets the first down. Eli Fertizzi, number 16. Hagen Wilson, a 6'1", 165-pound senior. Seeing some names we haven't seen yet tonight. Generals get a first down. Mustangs get a first down. Now the ball moves to the far side of the field on the far side hash mark. Ball's going to be set on about, we'll call it the 36-yard line.
56 seconds
56 seconds going, and the clock is ticking. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near. Shotgun formation, one back in the backfield. There's the snap. Stevens looking for somebody. Give him backside pursuit. He takes off, shows good wheels, and going to run out of bounds, but not till he picks up the first down. And he's going to have about 13 yards. A good decision on the senior's part right there, showing some pretty good wheels. We haven't seen him take off with it just yet more than once, and picks up a good first down there. So it's going to be 1st and 10.
And had the thought process about him to go ahead and get out of bounds. What's 2 or 3 more yards and get tackled in bounds, lose valuable seconds. He just takes it out.
Good decision. Ball's on the far side hash mark on about the 24-yard line. We'll call it shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to number 20 in the backfield. Mr. Simmons. Yeah, Eli Simmons.
Eli Simmons.
And he's going to run it a little bit. Gets probably we'll call it 5 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and about 5. And Pilla Academy is going to call a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah. 30 seconds, 2nd and 4 here, Patrick. 30 seconds.
Well, we have some confusion about whether that timeout was called or not.
I don't think Pilla wanted a timeout.
Well, I don't think head coach McCarty called for it, but I think one of his assistants may have, and we have some confusion there.
So we'll see if they're going to give the timeout.
They're staying on the field as if we're going to pick up play right here. So as soon as the clock is running, it's going to be 2nd and about 4, we'll call it. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far. Stevens in the backfield looking for a man. Got his man right there on the edge. Number 2, Simcox. He's in a wide open, running to the side. Generals give chase, and he's going to be at about the, we'll call it the 9-yard line, maybe the 8.
Yeah.
We'll
now
see
they're going to call the timeout. They are going to call the timeout now. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 9. Good job there by John Bentley, tackling him in bounds and forcing Pilla to use that last timeout, Patrick.
Yeah, what's our clock look like, Scott?
17 seconds. So
we got 17 seconds. So look for them to throw some fades here. With both Simcox, some of these tall receivers they've got, they may take a shot or two here before they have to dial up something new.
Yeah, so we're going to stay with you this timeout right here before the half. Hoping the Generals can just bow the necks right here, Patrick, and just hold them up. You got any updated scores yet?
Update on the Hartfield League Academy game. Hartfield has managed to put a touchdown on the board, so that game is 21-7. Lamar has scored another one. It's 14-0 against Park Place Christian. And then I noticed that Greenville Christian managed to get 6 points on the board, and St. Joe leads that game 23-6.
Lots of football action going on the Friday nights in the Delta, guys. We'll try our best to keep you updated on scores. Pilla Academy's ready for action. They're on the field.
They've definitely set up in a formation that looks very much so like the fade. They move Simcox into the edge a little bit towards the ball, and they run 3 receivers off to the far side. Shotgun formation. Simcox, the long receiver on this side. He's looking to the right. And we bring pressure on the outside as Joey Pham, but Eric Pham, I'm sorry, but Simcox runs the ball.
And they're going
to have him a touchdown. He gets stacked up pretty good by some generals. But every time they fire that cannon off, Scott wets his pants a little bit.
You know, and I hate to say it, but I don't, you know, those you don't know, I had a little back trouble, and every time I jump, it kind of hurts. So my wife may be driving home tonight.
Boy.
I may be laying in the back seat. So as it is, it's 34-0, 8 seconds to go. P8, very, very important point after attempt right
Yeah, if they manage to get this to the uprights, there's Juan Carlos again, Hernandez, the tiny man doing the soccer style kick, and if he gets it to the upright, they will be up 35-0, and we will have a running clock coming back to the second half.
Kick is down. Oh, and we blocked it.
Low hold. Generals block it. They pick it up, and it's called dead there.
Yeah, you can't run that kick back in high school. So great job.
It's kind of a funny hold. I saw
it looked like a low snap. I'm not
number
real
5.
Sure.
He had the front, the low point of the ball backwards, and the front part of the ball forward, top part of the ball forward.
Yeah. So as it is now, the will not be a running clock. Now, I guess if they score after halftime,
I think they do institute the running clock.
Yeah. But
another point put on there. They'll start running the clock.
Yeah. So Generals are going to be receiving the kickoff. 8 seconds to go. Of course, one thing about it, if you remember, Pilla will be receiving the kick after halftime. So Generals are getting ready to receive the kick. Kicking team's on the field. Excuse me, the receiving team. Pilla's huddling up. We're not going to go to commercial, but we're going to give you just a little music while we're waiting. All right, the official has whistled the ball for play, so Pilla's getting ready to send her flying, and we'll be.
Gavin Leslie on to do the kickoff. Look for another high pooch kick here. They want to give the Generals an opportunity to get one of these speed guys running with the ball. So put an end to this half if they can. He approaches the ball. Kicks it a little bit deeper. Kicks it to where we don't have a guy. If it goes out of bounds, Eli
goes out of bounds.
Eli
grabs
fields it and runs out of bounds.
Momentum carries him out of bounds
on about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, I would look for us to take a knee right here. 8 seconds to go.
We'll chalk that up to a rare mistake on the part of Eli Fertizzi. That ball was bouncing, and I guess he thought it wasn't going to go out of bounds, Scott, and didn't want to take the penalty.
When he grabbed it, his momentum carried him out. Of course, got to give those guys a little slack, because that's how many times have we seen a deep kick all year with the institute of these new pooch high kicks? I don't know that they just weren't prepared for the deep kick. So I would look for us to take a knee and just get to the locker room down 34-0. Pat.
Janice is under center. We got the big package in. He does take a knee.
Yeah. So we're gonna. That's gonna run the clock out on the first half.
We'll take you to halftime, folks. Come back to the second half and see if the Generals can't get business picked up a little bit, and we'll see where we go.
And we're gonna send you back to the station for some country music. We'll be back momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Greenwood, Mississippi as we get ready for second half action. Washington School Generals varsity football here from Bill Davis Field on the campus of Pill Academy on Greenwood, Mississippi. We're live on 100.7, the HPRN Sports Network. There's also some other ways to hear us. You can go to YouTube, to Washington School Space IT. You can go to the TuneIn Radio app on your smartphone. Several ways to hear myself, Scott Rainwater, and Patrick Spencer call all the Generals football action on Friday nights. Been a tough first half for the Generals here on the campus of Pill Academy tonight, Patrick. Kind of tough sledding for the Generals tonight.
Yeah, not a lot at all. Offensive production. It seems like we've had some miscommunication between the receivers and Janice, the quarterback. A little bit got us outsized on the line a little bit. You know, I've been talking all game about how big they are up front and doing a good job of handling our middle guys. But again, all credit to Pill Academy. They have been precision all night. Stevens has made absolutely no mistakes. Also, tucking the ball when he had to, showing his wheels, and has good wheels, so the Generals have to honor that. But also, really not throwing balls that are too dangerous. And when he misses it where it's either his guy or nobody. And that's the kind of missing you want as a coach from a quarterback. Give you guys a chance, but at the same time, try to keep them from making any mistakes that could swing the momentum of the game.
No doubt, Patrick. No doubt. Not sure if y'all can hear us in the studio. I'm getting some interference on my board. I'm trying to get connected, so we're going to keep talking because I believe we're connected. I'm not real sure.
If you folks are out there listening to us, send us a text message. Let us know if you can hear us or not. It's
It says it's connected and it's connecting. Let's see. We're gonna start over.
Pill Academy festivities are over. They had several awards, as we told you, that were handed out during halftime, and got to see the Mustang dancing girls, and along with the cheerleaders did their little routine, and they wrapped it up. Pill Academy's down at the south end zone stretching and getting loose, and Washington School Generals are in a huddle at the north end zone after going indoors at halftime, and I'm sure getting a good stern talking to from the coaching staff, and judging by the personal foul that I think came on our coaching staff in that first half, I'm sure they're not too happy with anybody at this point. We'll see if there's any adjustments made and see if the Generals can't get some offensive production. It just seemed to me that I'm not real sure, but on, 1st and 10, first down situations, you're really looking to make and keep your offense in a situation where they can either have the threat of run or pass. And it seemed to me that maybe we weren't on the same page between receivers and quarterback, Caleb Janis.
Yeah.
Because he was getting set and getting his feet set. Our receivers seem to still be running deep routes, whether it's 10 and hooks, 10 and outs, or 10 and slants, or go routes. It just seemed like he would get his feet set, Scott, and just couldn't seem to get anybody to look at him on time.
No doubt, Patrick. No doubt. Y'all just bear with us. I know we're still live on some of the other processes. Not real sure 100.7 has us, so we'll just keep talking like we're here.
I'm trying to get you some updated scores, folks, as halftime comes to a close right here. And again, Generals trail the Pill Academy Mustangs right now 34-0. And I believe if another point is scored by Pill Academy without any resistance from the Generals and putting some points on the board, we will begin to institute the running clock.
No doubt, and we do show connected now. So sorry if we've been in and out on you folks. We are live now. We had a little problem getting back connected on the radio.
Now, looking at some of these scores, it looks like Hartfield Academy is bouncing back and trying to make a run at Leake Academy. The score is 21-14 now. Leake Academy with a 1-touchdown lead. Lamar still leads Park Place Christian Academy 14-0. And Pill Academy, of course, leads Washington School 34-0. And St. Joseph now rests at 23-6. And I believe they're at halftime, Scott.
Yeah. And Lamar, Patrick, out of Meridian, has been the premier school in this classification for the last several years, but I'm going to tell you what, there's a couple schools in the north that might have a little bit to say about that this year. This Pill Academy team and the Heritage Academy team for Columbus both seem to be hitting on all cylinders.
Yeah, Heritage seems to be a heavy run team. Just through people I know and how they beat up on Prep a little bit was they just got a really stellar offensive line. an efficient defense and a marquee running back that they just like to grind it out. It's going to be one of those things where old school LSU football, we're just going to keep your offense on the sideline and we're going to pound it down and we're going to score that way and keep it low scoring, which a lot of their games have seemed to be.
Yep.
Pill Academy on the other side is a very precision on both sides of the offensive spectrum with running and passing, and they're going to be a tough team to beat. So up here in the north, there's two pretty good teams alongside, of course, your Washington Generals. Eli Fertizzi set to do the kickoff from the far side hash mark. He's going to be kicking from left to right on your radio dial. Ball set at the 40. It's put in play, and there's the pooch kick. It's kicked high, fair catch is called for by Jacob Bush, the big free safety running back, whatever you want to call him. He stands
200-pounder.
Yeah, he stands 6'1", 200-pound senior. They list him as a running back and linebacker. We've seen him out there kind of, I don't know that I call him a linebacker, really like a free safety.
Like one of those hybrid positions we talked about coming on there, like a dog rover type play.
We still have the starting offensive line and offensive unit for the Mustangs here as they lead 34-0. The ball is set on the 36-yard line on the near side hash mark. Shotgun formation, one back to the near side, one receiver to the near side, one to the far side. Two backs in the backfield. The ball is handed off to Eli Simmons off tackle. They've got the H-back unit, and it seems like they're going to maybe try and pound the ball down here a little bit and eat up some clock. But he's still going to get, we're going to call it 7 yards, and it's going to be second and a short 3.
Ball's on the 43-yard line, Patrick.
A number we hadn't seen a whole lot of tonight, number 33, that's Ethan Clark, 6'1", 185-pound senior, running back, defensive end. He's in at the H-back position. And again, Eli Simmons in the backfield. Two receivers on the far side, tight end to the near side. There's a quick hitch thrown to Simcox on the outside. He got downfield. He's going to get about, we'll call it 13 yards, but he's going to be wrapped up by John Bentley Suarez. And he's such a good athlete, folks. They just try and get him the ball out in the open field and see what he can make happen. And what looks to be just kind of a vanilla plain Jane play. Next thing you know, he's got 12 yards.
Yeah, and it's going to be first down and 10. Ball's on the 46-yard line. Already in General's territory, Patrick.
Yep, looks like they run a receiver off, tight end comes off, Simcox to the near side. They got two receivers to the near side, two backs in the backfield, H-back to the near side, one back in the backfield. Blitz on the outside by Eli Fertizzi, but they're running off a tackle to the near side, and he's wrapped up by a host of Generals, and that's Kel Little and Bogan Brewer alongside. It looks like Eric Pham for the stop. Eli Simmons is still going to have about 5 yards, so second and 5 as they ran off tackle there. They're running 22. Jack Reiki off and bring on number 4, Gavin Leslie, who's been doing the kicking most of the night at the inside slot position. And on the outside here is number 16, the wide receiver position, and that is Hagan Wilson, 6'1", 165-pound senior. So still in the backfield is number 33, Ethan Clark, along with number 22, Jack Reiki. Steven still at quarterback. General do show blitz. We're throwing a quick hitch to the outside. Generals give chase and miss the tackle by Drake Nichols, but then he's hit by John Bentley and Eli, but nobody bothers to wrap up, and he stays on his feet and still going to get another couple of yards. That's John Bentley and Drake Nichols and Bogan Brewer.
Finally wrestling him to the ground.
Yeah, but he's going to pick up probably 8 yards.
Went for the big hit, and you still got to wrap up.
Old school football always works, folks. Got to wrap them up. Again, they're in the big package, offset out to the far side, two receivers to the near side, balls on the near side hash mark, set on the 33-yard line, shotgun formation, quick speed sweep to number 4, Gavin Leslie, as he cuts inside his blockers to the outside and going to pick up about 4 yards, we'll call it, as they set the ball on the far side hash mark at about the 30.
Yeah, going to be second, we'll say second 7 here, Patrick. Clock's been running because it's been a pretty
Eli Simmons, the back in the backfield comes off. They run on another back, number 9, Jordan Sykes, a 5'11", 165-pound senior. Stevens still in the game. Up back number 33 is Ethan Clark. Shotgun formation, two receivers to the near side. Ball set almost in the middle of the field on the 30. Ball handed off to
number 9.
Number 9, that's, again, I'm sorry, it's Jordan Sykes, 5'11", 165-pound senior. He's going to get some yardage there. He's going to get some sledding done and going to pick up about 4, so we'll call it 3rd and 3. Generals running big Aiden Cole out on, put him on the defensive line as they take number 54, Eric Pham, off. Generals still playing that 4-man front with a stacked up 3 linebackers running those corners in cover 1 on the outside. All set out, shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the near side. Generals kind of step up in the box. Coach McCarty from the Mustang sideline calls in a different play. Now they're set. There's a shotgun formation, hands it off. And we missed the tackle. We had him. He still may be short. We're going to call the spot. He's going to be short by about a yard. So it's going to be 4th and 1. They handed it off, and we had him probably 2 yards deep in the backfield, but just couldn't put him on the ground. Yeah. And
I look for them to go for it here. This is kind of that no man's land.
Yeah, it'd be a 42-yarder from this point.
And they've been kind of shaky on the extra points.
Yeah, I don't look for them to do anything here.
About the only weak spot they've shown all night has been the kicking game.
Offset shotgun formation. One receiver to the far side, one to the near. Ball set on the near side, hash mark 25. Quick hitch, thrown and completed to number 16, Hagan Wilson. So they're going to have the first down. General's just giving way too much cushion. We're going to have to get on that line of scrimmage and start hitting them in the face as they try to come off that line.
It's going to be balls on the 18-yard line, 1st and 10, 8:37 clock. Be running just here as soon as they get the chain set.
Stevens just real efficient and locating his passes on those quick hitches, and it's a good timing. And the Generals just going to have to disrupt that time somehow, some way. Again, offset shotgun formation with an H-back on the far side. One receiver to the far side, one to the near. He hands it off to number 33 as he runs off tackle. And the ball is stripped. Thomas Barr, in an effort to tackle him, took the ball from him and going to run with it for about another 7 yards. So a very athletic play accidentally, but nonetheless keeps his feet, takes the ball, and picks up about 8 more yards, does Thomas Barr.
So General's going to take over 1st and 10, 25-yard line. That was a very fortunate play for the Generals. Heads-up play by Thomas to have the thought process to head the other direction, see what we can get.
So the Generals come to the line. The Cosmonovs, Caleb Janis setting the shotgun formation. We do have the big package in. We have the offset 3-back package, one receiver to the near side. Pillow walks a few guys up to the line of scrimmage as well as they do the Jacob Bush. Going to hand it off to Thomas Barr behind those 2 up-backs. And we got some room, running room, and we're going to pick up probably 7 or 8 yards. Well-designed play. We got somebody on the ground. Looks like Bogan Brewer, but he's getting up. They're walking Bogan Brewer, and I think that I'm not sure who the other back is. Kel Hodge is up there, and they're just saying, yeah, we're going to shove it down your throat if we can.
Kind of like a double H-back type situation.
So maybe the Generals are they're gonna mix up the look right here and see if we can't confuse the Mustangs. Maybe just outman them with a little bit of beef right here.
Be 2nd and 2.
Ball set on the between the 32 and 33-yard line on the far side of the field. We're moving from left to right on your radio dial. Again, shotgun formation, 2 upbacks, Kel Hodges and Bogan Brewer. One receiver to the near side, Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. The Pilla Academy stacks up that side. We pull Kel Hodges, running inside trap. Well-designed play. It's going to be close. It looks like we got it.
Going by this field judge on the sides on our side, we're going to have the first down.
They're all liars.
Cross the 35.
They do give us the first down. A well-designed play right there, and the Pilla Academy is not afraid to stack up good enough athletes to put them in isolation. But they're running 2 upbacks. The Generals are to the far side, and they're walking about 3 linebackers and spurs up there to deal with them.
So here we go. Generals huddling, trying to be a little more deliberate, try to shorten this second half, Patrick.
Now we see the 2 upbacks to the near side towards us. One receiver on the far side of the field, ball almost in the middle of the field on the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Going to hand it off to Thomas Barr again. He's going to run straight upfield behind those big blockers, and momentum's going to get us about 7 yards.
Yeah.
So a little bit of ground and pound right here, getting it done. Let's hope the Generals can sustain it.
Yeah, we'll give him a gain of 6 there, Patrick. Ball's on the 40, just short of the 42-yard line. The 45 is.
I don't want to. I'm going to call it 7.
Call it 7. That's fine.
You liar. Generals back in the huddle, taking a more methodical approach, as Scott said. We're swapping out the wide receivers and giving some guys some breaks. Now we got Vaughn Epson in at the tailback position, and the 2 upbacks, Kel Hodges and Bogan Brewer. To the near side is the sweetness, Eli Fertizzi. Shotgun formation, ball on the 42.
Here comes
the snap.
blitz.
We're going to hand it to and they brought the house from the backside, and they timed it perfectly. The Generals going to have to think about mixing up the snap counts or something.
Yeah, they basically went to the well one too many times as they sold out on the blitz right there, Patrick. And
so we end up, nonetheless, we're going to take a loss of about 6 yards, and we're going to call it 3rd and 9. Backside line doing the best they can, but they brought a whole slew of them from the backside, and they just got too much penetration and causing some problems for us. Again, shotgun formation, 2 upbacks to the right side, 1 tailback, Vaughn Epson. Caleb takes the snap and got a man deep, and he's wide open. And he overthrown. Oh, John Bentley Suarez was wide open. I think tried to stick his hands out a little too early instead of running for the football and catching it at the end there. Well thrown ball by Janis. But we had a guy downtown. We had them beat. They were stacking the box against us, and we still had that big package in and just couldn't connect.
Yeah. So as it is, 4th and 9. 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. We're going to have a heat timeout. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back here just shortly.
You know what it...
Well, I'm sorry for that technical difficulty. Our ads aren't working, so I'll be working on that to get fixed here momentarily.
Hang in there, folks. Scott and I are going to do a duet of some Milli Vanilli
Yeah.
and possibly some George Michael.
Not real sure what's going on, and with the trouble we had logging in earlier, I don't really want to close it out. So y'all are just going to be stuck with me and Patrick.
Fertizzi back to punt, back deep. Number 22, Jack Reiki again. They give him a little bit of pressure on the punt, and Eli gets it out of there in a hurry, but we don't get much on it. We're gonna net probably about 14, 15 yards, so the ball's gonna land just inside the Mustang side of the 50.
The 48.
Ball's gonna be set on the 48 on the far side hash mark.
He kind of got his steps off the end, looked up, and he was rushed and had to make a little change of direction and kind of didn't get as good a putt.
All right, in at the long back is the starter, Christian Belk. 2 receivers to the near side. Simcox on the field. 2 receivers, 1 receiver to the far side. 2 receivers to the far side. I'm sorry, shotgun formation. The play action, he's going to pull it with a little RPO, does Stevens, and I got to question the sanity in that right there. He's going to get 2 yards, but seems like you risk an injury to a starting senior quarterback when you're up 34-0.
After halftime.
Yeah. I'm not quite understanding Coach McCarty. Maybe he's wanting to give him some looks at it and practice that for a later date.
Of course, but also not only do you risk injuring your senior quarterback, you also give your opponents something to watch on film that you maybe hadn't done a lot this year. So that you lose the element of surprise at a later date when it's a crucial ball game. But as it is, we're not paid to coach. We're paid to
We had an
announce.
official's timeout there, and we had to help Kel Hodges off as he hobbled a little bit, but under his own power. And they brought in number 6 for the Generals. I think that's number 6.
Which would be
is that Banks Dinkins?
Banks Dinkins.
Yeah, Banks Dinkins in at middle linebacker for Kel Hodges. Bogan Brewer gives chase to Stevens again. They kind of ran a multi-choice RPO. I don't think it was a pass option, although he had guys downfield. There was some confusion there, and Stevens keeps it and kind of runs a bootleg and just tucks it and heads to the sideline and going to pick up about, I don't know, we'll call it 3 on that play. And so they're going to be 3rd and a long 5.
Yeah, ball's on the 47-yard line, general side of the 50.
Pilla's still going no huddle, looking to coach Trip McCarty on the sideline for the play. He's taking his time. They're going to have, right now they're setting Trips receivers to the near side. Simcox on the outside, 1 receiver to the far side. Again, we have number 6, Belk, in the backfield. Stevens going to take the shotgun snap and hand it off to Belk as he gets behind his pull and tackle. And it kind of leads through that hole and going to pick up probably.
Going to be short. We're going to have a 4th down play.
We got 4th and 2. And Coach McCarty and the Mustangs have a decision to make.
The offense is not leaving the field, and the clock's running. It's 4:53 and ticking.
And Bogan Brewer's slow to get up there, and we bring on Rick Staples. And the Generals set up as if to receive a punt. Now they make an adjustment.
Yeah.
We got 3 receivers to the near side. Belk in the backfield on the right hip of Stevens. 1 receiver to the far side, ball on the far side hash mark on about the Generals 44. Quick hitch to Simcox, and he drops it. I think he was hearing footsteps because John Bentley Suarez was coming hard and going to try his hardest to deny that first down.
As it is, we're going to turn it over on down.
So he is human. He dropped it, and the Generals going to take over. So a big defensive stand for the Washington School Generals.
Yeah, we're going to take over 1st and 10. Ball's on the 48-yard line on our side of the 50. We're in business right here at midfield. 4:31 to go, 3rd quarter, still trailing 34-0. Like I said, until we can get our commercials fixed, guys, you'll have me and Patrick the rest of the night. I'm looking up some song lyrics. I'm going to have him tuned up before we have a chance to take a break.
We got 2 upbacks now in on the far side. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 back in the backfield, Thomas Barr. Janice in the shotgun, going to hand it off to Thomas Barr as he heads to the edge. Bogan Brewer puts a big block, gets him to the outside. Thomas Barr still on his feet, going to get a tough 8 yards right there. Well-run ball and a good block by Bogan Brewer, pushing his man out and staying with him. Well done by the big guy.
And good job there, Thomas Barr. He's so deliberate, patient. He kind of sets his blocks up, and then when it's time to go, he goes.
And he runs with heavy feet, what I call it. It's quick. They're quick. I don't mean to move they're slow, but he does it deliberately. As Scott says, a good way to put it. He plants a foot and he turns, and it's nothing slow about it. He changes direction very, very well.
Yeah, he kind of just gives his blockers a minute, set the block, and reads which way they're going to take their man.
General's still in a huddle. They rush to the line. 2 up backs, 1 back in the backfield, Thomas Barr. Now the Von Epson in at the wide receiver on the far side. Ball's on the far side hash mark. We're over in the Pill Academy territory at about the 49. Going to fake the handoff. Got an RPO. It passes thrown.
Interception.
To Von Epson. It goes through his hands, and a good play by the Pill Academy defender, number 34. Comes up with the interception as it kind of falls out of Epson's hands. Laws McCool, 5'9", 185-pound junior, comes up with a huge interception. That was just a great athletic play on a ball that probably should have been caught by Epson. But I mean, it's a little bit high. Generals just haven't particularly looked sharp on when it comes to catching the ball tonight.
So Pilla's going to take over first.
Pilla takes over on the 45-yard line. Ball set on the far side hash mark. They're moving from right to left on your radio dial. They're in a shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far, 1 back in the backfield. Simcox to us near. They running routes like they want him open, and picked off by John Bentley Suarez. He's got some daylight. He's got to beat Stevens, the quarterback. He's going to make a move, and he's going to be tackled down at about the 18-yard line. I think we had a miscommunication between Stevens and Simcox there. Simcox was running along kind of a button fly there where he went through the middle of the field, and I think it looked to me as if Stevens was expecting him to run a quick, well, not a quick out, but about a 12 and in, or a quick slant, and threw it to that spot, and Simcox was still running with his back turned to him. So credit John Bentley Suarez with a big interception and a good run to give General finally some positive field positioning.
Oh, yeah, John Bentley with a head on a swivel saw the pass coming and reacted on the ball. Great job there,
So
John
we're
Bentley.
Still in the big package. No sign of Kel Hodges, though. But Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. Briggs Staples, and good penetration by Pill Academy. And Thomas Barr just runs through the arms of a couple of them with just pure strength and going to pick up a tough 4 yards, we'll call it.
We definitely missed
Kel Hodges is off, but Briggs Staples has stepped up in there, number 11. Just a young player for us. Plays a little linebacker and wide receiver as well as running back right now, playing that up back position, and just a sophomore, but a very aggressive player.
Looks like Kel's over there stretching. That may be a cramping issue.
Now we've got a stop and play, and so Scott's going to fire up his George Michael Faith imitation right about now.
Commercials have come back to us.
Sounds like a remix, Scott.
They say home is where your heart is. I'm Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber. Home's also where your tax dollars should stay. Improving our quality of life, promoting growth, improving our schools, and fixing our roads. Not sent to the office of a big box store. Sunflower Lumber is staffed by your neighbors. We listen and care. Sunflower Lumber has helped build your dreams, shared your joy, and helped do-it-yourselfers live through projects. We still support local charities and events and may even sponsor your child's team. So buy local. At Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, our legacy is local, and we're proud of it. And you're still lumber one.
Back here at Pill Academy tonight, General's in business on the 15-yard line. Second and, what are we going to say, Patrick? 2nd and 6 on the 15?
We probably need to call it 2nd and 7, just to be fair. Lamar now leading Park Place Christian Academy 27-0. St. Joseph over Creedmoor Christian 30-12.
So here we go, General's on the move. Let's see if we can come up with some points right here, Patrick.
All right, shotgun formation, 2 up backs to the near side along with the tight end, Kelly. 1 back in the backfield, Thomas Barr. 1 back on the far side of the field, right shotgun formation. Janice calls for the snap. There it is. He's looking for a man. And he's hit as he's throws it up. Wow, not a bad placed ball. It looked like the defender caught Eli Pertizzi's left hand there, right there towards the end, kind of turning. We didn't get the call.
Eli just about came down with that pass, but I do believe he got hooked by the arm. But
yeah, if we could put 8 inches on he and John Bentley, we'd be in business.
I'll tell you what, ain't no doubt. It'd be SEC coaches at our practice all week. Here we go.
So here we go, 3rd, and I think we're in 4-down territory regardless here. They break the huddle, same formation, 1 receiver to the far side. That's going to be John Bentley Suarez, the 2 up backs, Briggs Staples and Bogan Brewer, and Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. Janice takes a snap, looking for a man again. He fights off a tackle, and Generals just can't protect him long enough. They're up there heavy in a run package, and so is the Pill Academy Mustangs. So that puts a lot of defenders in the box, and we've got to be able to block them if we're going to throw it out of that formation.
Yeah, they're bringing the house. They're expecting us to run.
So as it is, we're still in 4-down territory, but it's going to be 4th and about, we'll call it a long 11, maybe 12.
We're going to have a timeout, so we're going to see if we can't play a little commercial.
It's shiny, it's new, and it comes to you. What are we talking about? The Cater Trailer from the original Joe's Eat Place. That's right. How awesome is that? Now you can get the same great food, same great service, where you want it, when you want it. The finest steaks, shrimp, and hot tamales, just like you know and love, available at your home, office, wedding, reunion, convention, or any other gathering. Better make reservations now and write this down. You're going to need it. 662-832-9003. The Cater Trailer, now taking reservations. Oh, and just like Joe's Eat Place, it's the original.
Welcome back to the Academy, Patrick. I see you looking at some scores. Do we have some updates?
Yeah, somebody finally posted from the Bayou Academy Madison Ridgeland game. Madison Ridgeland leads that game 41-0. Also, again, Hartfield closing the distance 28-21. So they turned that into a game when they were way behind. Now we're back at play right here. We're back in the shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far, 1 back in the backfield. Thomas Barr. Janice in the shotgun, looking for the quick hitch. There he is. There's the hook and ladder we ran last week. We got some room. He breaks the tackle. We're going to be really close to the first down. Let's get a spot. They run him out of bounds. That's well executed. Well executed by the Generals to the short side of the field. You don't see that too much. You want to give those guys some room to work.
And we're going to get first and goal.
So we get first and goal just inside the 10-yard line. It looks like they're going to place it at about the 8.
And here we go.
We're on the far side of the field. Shotgun formation.
Hurry into a little confusion about which receivers in the game.
So we've got Von Epson on the far side, Briggs Staples, Logan Brewer in the game at the up back. Thomas Barr at the tailback position. Going to be handed off by Janice in the backfield. He fakes the play. No, he does keep it. Thomas Barr, but he's going to be stacked up for a loss of about 2, we'll call it. So it'll be 2nd and 10, 2nd and goal from the 10. Again, we're moving from left to right on your radio dial. Some confusion there on personnel, it seemed like, on the Generals. We even had some linemen getting in, getting out at a different rate. I'm seeing some fresh faces out there on the offensive line. I do see Aiden Cole, the sophomore, on the offensive line.
Big old kid right there, Patrick.
Yep. We got 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far. Shotgun formation. Janice is going to take it, drops back, and we have a stoppage in play. And it's still just.
I believe it's delay of game.
The Mustangs just. I mean, it's like the dam's been broken.
No, false start.
Well, I'm going to put that. That's probably your fault, Scott.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll take it. It's going to be second goal. Ball's going to be out to the
15-yard line. We're still on the far side of the field, moving from left to right on your radio dial. Janice gets them in the huddle. Yeah, now we've got room to throw those fade routes that we like.
Generals still trail 34-0, getting late third quarter. Generals need to get some points on the board.
We break the huddle. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Thomas Barr, the long back on the left hip of Janice. He now moves to the right hip of Janice, to the wide side of the field. Pillar shows blitz and backs off. There's a snap. They bring only 4, but they come through fairly easily. Janice is looking for a guy, and he's brought down from behind. And whatever linebacker it was, just ran straight through the line of scrimmage with no obstruction whatsoever. The linemen are going to have to get their heads up when they get set on the line of scrimmage and start calling out who's got what. It wasn't that we were outnumbered there. Just somebody needs to know. We need to know what we're going to do and how we're going to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, he just came through basically untouched, and they didn't send more guys than we had. We just, like you said, didn't get our head on the swivel. Not calling out their blocks.
Shotgun formation. Trips receivers to the far side. Ball's now on the near side hash, marking about the 20. We throw the quick hitch to Suarez, and he's got the edge. He's put a move. He just tries to run over the pillar defender. And if we get the call, he's going to call him touchdown. We got a touchdown, Generals. John Bentley just lowered his head and said, "No, sir, I'm going in the end zone." And we got a Pillar Mustang over there on the ground, not liking it any.
Yeah, a great individual effort there by John Bentley.
Yeah, you can tell he saw daylight, Scott, and he hit the afterburners, and he would not be denied. He said, "This is going on long enough."
Yeah, so here we go, Generals coming on for the extra point. The bad thing about it, after John Bentley's slightly winded, and he's got a hole.
Yeah, now we're going to kneel down and hold for the Sweetness to kick the extra point here.
Of course, they should be in good shape. They're only 18 years old, Patrick.
I know.
So here we go. Waiting on the snap back from center. Snap is back. Kick is up and good.
Up and through the uprights. It's good. So the Generals are on the board, 34-7. The Pill Academy Mustangs are leading your Washington School Generals. And I noticed that we had some of our younger guys on the offensive line there, Scott, and some of our more seasoned ones standing over there getting some air. So maybe Coach Wallace is trying to make a point. What do you think?
You know, either whatever. Let's put the best 11 and get out of it. See if we can't make up some more of this deficit here, Patrick.
That's right. And we got some positive. Big play by John Bentley on the interception. Then he gets it in the end zone there on the quick bubble route. And that's just what I noticed. And I like that will to win right there is what I call it. He just saw daylight going down that sideline, and he hit the afterburners, and the Pill Academy Mustang stepped up trying to deny him, and he ran him slap over.
Oh, great play. One of the better individual efforts I've seen this year from any of the Generals. And 35 seconds left, third quarter. Generals trailing 34-7. You know, Generals probably played Pilla to a draw in that quarter. Even, you know, we won on the scoreboard, but probably played them to a draw. That's a much better effort than the first half.
Most definitely there, Scott. Another update for you folks down in who keeping up with the folks from Sharkey County. They're leading the Riverdale Academy out of Louisiana 16-14. I'm searching through here. 27-0 Lamar leading Park Place Christian. The Leake Academy Hartfield score still 28-21. And that's all the scores have been updated.
Eli on for the kick. Sure, we're going to have one of those pooches.
There it is. It's high and it's short. Bush, same fella, catches it, takes a knee right where he's at.
35.
And going to be on the 35-yard line. So we're going to get the ball on the near side hash mark. Pill Academy is going to take over and going to be moving from right to left on your radio dial.
You know, and I hear people talk to me all the time, Patrick. The idea of these pooch kicks haven't really caught on, but with the athletes like Simcox and Reichley, some of the athletes Pilla's got.
It's the kickoff equivalent of keeping it away from a good punt returner.
Yeah, that's right. And it's, you know, they could take it to the house every time. I'll take it on the 35.
Motion to the near side, shotgun formation, tight end sit, two backs in the backfield, two receivers to the near side hash mark. Handoff's going to be to Eli Simmons. He runs right up through the middle and just keeps kind of powers in behind those linemen. And he's going to have about 9 yards. Going to be real close to the first down.
We're going to say he's a little short. Ball's going to be short of the 45.
So second and a short one, we'll call it. And a well-executed just trap play there. Again, Pilla's in the same kind of formation that the Generals were in. As we took the ball down and scored a while ago, they're going to offset an offset up back with a halfback on the hip of the quarterback and two receivers.
They just kind of, that play there, Mustangs just kind of took advantage of the Generals' blitz. Had the perfect play called and basically just ran right by him. So there it is, Patrick. That's the end of the third quarter. We're starting fourth quarter action. Generals trailing 34-7. I'm going to send it back to the studio for a few seconds while they're changing sides.
This is Mamie Causey, owner of South Main, located at 1697 South Main Street in Greenville. I would like to invite you to join us for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday. We offer a wide variety of salads, sandwiches, and an amazing hot plate during lunch. At dinner, you can enjoy an artisan pizza, our Italian specialties from My Family Recipe Book, or a steak or shrimp right off the broiler. We also have a full-service bar featuring our very own craft cocktail menu. If you haven't had a chance to try us out, come see us soon. We also offer takeout. Our staff at South Main wishes you a safe and successful season. Go Generals.
All right, we're getting ready for fourth quarter action, Patrick.
Looks like Leake Academy's put up a score on Hartfield, so it's 35-21, which I imagine late in their ball game as well. Lamar at 27 points to 0 Park Place Christian Academy.
Generals defense is on the field, second and less than a yard for Pilla.
St. Joseph's put up another score. It's going to be 37-12. And now the Riverdale and Sharkey-Sequina game is tied at 22. Shotgun formation, two receivers to the near side, one up back to the near side, one back in the backfield on the left hip of Stevens. They hand it to him. He's got the first down and more room. He broke through the secondary, and he is gone. He's off to the races and runs and leaves our Generals behind him. He's going to have a touchdown just on the basic trap there that they meant to get the first down with, and he runs right through our linebacker core and gets in the end zone. So the Mustangs answer your Generals with a touchdown of their own there and get the score back. Yeah. So now we're sitting at 40-7 with Young Juan Gonzalez coming on here. Juan Carlos Hernandez, I'm sorry, coming on here with for the PAT.
And that young man, number 20, Eli Simmons, in a senior-heavy team is just a junior, so we'll have to deal with that young man again next year.
Hopefully we won't have to deal with that offensive line.
Yeah, well, they're all seniors, especially the one that blocks out the sun, the big 6'7", 300-pounder.
No, he's just a junior.
Oh, he's just.
But he didn't play every down. Now he's not in there every down. I've noticed that they put him in to win to kind of give that offensive tackle on the right side is playing defense too, and they give him a little bit of a break.
Well, we'll have to deal with it next year.
Yeah.
There goes the cannon and the fireworks. 41-7, still a 34-point deficit. So until the Pelican increase that deficit, we will have regular clock operation. So here we go. We're going to listen to some music while we're waiting on these kicks. Welcome back to Pilla Academy. Pilla had to run one on late. They only had 10 men on the field. Still waiting on the Generals are flipping some guys on the return team.
Will Kelly and Banks Dinkins kind of flip sides here, and they're moving up. You wonder if Coach Wallace hasn't told the guys, hey, take this ball and run with it. Yeah, so here's the kick. He kicks a high pooch kick again, and underneath it is Fratesi. He fields it, takes a look. He's got a little bit of a lane, had to go around too. We had one, looked like John Bentley went over to help Thomas Barr with a block and kind of got in the way of Eli.
Ball's he's going to slide down around the 28-yard line. He's 29. He had a block, but it kind of slowed his progress down and it kind of hindered his getting
Ball's on the near side hash mark, as Scott said, on the 29. Seeing some personnel swap out here. The up front, they haven't changed any. And showing that three-man front stacked up in a 3-3 and going to be defending against the pass here as the Generals are well behind in the fourth quarter. One receiver, three receivers to the far side, one to the near. Ball's on the near side hash mark at the 29. Janice does a quick hitch to Fratesi. Gets a block from Bentley. Got another one from Von Ebsen. He's got some room, and depending on the spot, we might have the first down. He's still on his feet and just won't go down. But if we get the right spot, we should be really close to the first down.
Well, I think once he reestablished his running position, he lost a little yardage, so it's going to be 2nd and 2. We're going to give him a gain of 8 there, Patrick.
Well done. Just a lot of extra effort on Eli's part right there, and he's trying to be just being a senior leader, trying to get some things done. We got 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ball's on the far side hash mark on the 37-yard line. Shotgun formation. Thomas Barr in the backfield next to Janice. Janice calls for the ball. Another quick hitch to Fratesi this way, and he dropped it. He dropped it. It's an incomplete pass. It was not a lateral.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 2.
You know, you can just sense the anxiousness on guys like Fratesi and John Bentley Suarez and some of those guys wanting to make something happen so badly, and just got to settle into the flow and do what he can when he gets it.
No doubt. So here we go. Generals break the huddle.
Still sitting 3rd and 2. Ball's on the far side hash mark.
Same formation.
About the 37-yard line. 1 receiver to the near side, 3 to the far. Thomas Barr, the long back in the backfield. Janice in the shotgun formation. Calls for the snap.
Ball
has it. He avoids a Pilla Academy Mustang. Tries to avoid pressure and is going to be sacked for a loss of about 4. It's going to be 4th and 7 probably, and we're going to be Generals are going to have to punt it away.
Well, it looks like the offense is staying on the field here, Patrick.
I mean, Coach Wallace is.
Well, now here we go.
We're going to swap them out now. Here we go. Not as bad a loss we thought. Maybe 3 yards. So it'll be 4th and 6, maybe a short, long 5.
10:40, clock's running. Eli on the punt. Got 22.
Punt team's on.
Reichley. Back to receive.
The 6'1", 175-pound senior.
Waiting on the snap back. Eli's not very deep.
He isn't. We have a low snap, and he's in trouble, and he's going to be tackled. The ball hopped to him, and just did not have a prayer even getting that off.
You know, he wasn't very deep. I wasn't sure we wouldn't see another fake attempt right there because he was a lot closer than normal. But snap comes to him actually on 2 hops, and he can't field it cleanly, and he's tackled.
Well, as it stands, the mishap by the Generals cost them big time. The Mustangs are going to take over at the 23-yard line, we'll call it, almost in the middle of the field. Now, I do see a substitution. It seems like Mr. Stevens Knight may be done. And then it's a quarterback position. Is either going to be number 10 or number 9, which could be Jordan Sykes or Nelson Hodges. That's going to be Nelson Hodges, 5'11", 160-pound sophomore, listed as a quarterback and defensive back. Also in the backfield, number 30, Walker Wood, 6'1", 200-pound sophomore, another good-sized kid. One receiver to the near side, one to the far. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Going to hand it off to number 9. And tackled with an excellent open field tackle by Banks Dinkins. Well done is number 8, Sam Harris. I'm sorry, number 9, Jordan Sykes on that carry, and you're just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Well done by Banks Dinkins.
Yeah, great job knifing through there. Banks is small in stature, and he's just a 10th grader, but I'm going to tell you what,
he's
he
quick.
Goes 100%.
Yes, he does. He's downhill all the time. He's a very impressive player to watch.
So, Pilla's taking their time. They're not huddling, but you can tell they've kind of got in slow down mode.
They're in coasting mode now. I got one receiver to the near side, one to the far, one back in the backfield. In at quarterback now is number 10. That's Nelson Hodges. Going to hand it off to number 9. Another good tackle by Banks Dinkins. Meets him in the hole. And I'm not sure what Jordan Sykes has to say, but he's not liking how Banks Dinkins is treating him right now.
So, of course, I see all the number 2, 22, 42, 33, 4, all those guys sitting on Pilla's bench. I think all of them.
Yeah, they're not may be done.
Yeah. So, which that's all right. They've played well. They earned it.
Yeah, they've done a good job tonight with very few mistakes. I'm going to say that's one of the rare interceptions I saw mishap between Stevens and Simcox on whatever route he was supposed to be running or didn't run. Yeah. Shotgun formation, one receiver to the near side, one to the far.
Oh.
Hodges keeps it, bounces off of one general, and then he spins to the outside, but still well short of the first down. Only going to pick up about 2 yards maybe. We'll call it a long 1. So they're sitting 4th and probably a short 9.
Clock's still running.
Ball's going to be a little closer to the near side of the field. It's going to be set on the we'll call it the 22-yard line, in between the hash mark and midfield.
Yeah. Looks like they're
going to try a field goal. I hear calls for the field goal unit, as many of the Pilla Mustangs
of course
are running on. Gavin Leslie going on. So ball set at the 23-yard line, and that's going to make it a 40-yard field goal attempt.
The Pilla's going to call timeout.
Yeah, they caught him off guard. They just were not ready. He was going to kick it off the ground right there, Scott. He threw the tee off the field because they weren't even ready. It was Gavin Leslie.
I wish they wouldn't have called timeout. That might have been something to see.
It sure would have. So as it sits,
going to be about a 40-yard attempt.
39, 40 yards attempt right here. So a very impressive field goal for a high school kicker.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what, it will impress me if he kicks it because their extra points have not been
they have not been picturesque.
Yeah. Of course, the way our night's going, this one will go high and true right over the
way our night's going, they'll fumble the snap, roll out, and throw a touchdown.
So here we go. We got timeout, Pilla. Pilla leading 41-7.
I got to tell you, man, Banks Dinkins up in there flying around. His team down by a lot of points. And let me tell you, he's playing like it's 0-0. And we just kicked off.
That's right. And I'm going to tell you what, he gets after it too, boy.
He sure does. I mean, he is all over the field and letting them know that he's back there. Now they've changed out kicker. Gavin Leslie's off, and Juan Carlos Hernandez is on, the sophomore, for an impressive 40-yard attempt for a young kicker and a little guy. Let's see what he's made of right here.
Officially,
they're set.
Looks like they're going to set it down for 38, so we're going to call it a 28, so we'll call it a 38-yard attempt.
And it is snap. They didn't even get a chance to throw the touchdown, but they did bobble the snap. It seemed like he called for the ball, but really wasn't even ready for it.
Yeah.
It was number 6 or 8. It's number 6.
4 was holding Gavin, or 6.
Christian Belt. I mean, he did call for it, but he was almost surprised looking by that snap, Scott.
It got to him really quickly.
Yeah.
I think he called for the changeup and got the fastball.
It was a lot of heat.
Yeah. So here we go. Generals taking back over offense. Got a chance to cut into the deficit again. 8:06
they're going to lose 5 on the play, so Generals get 5 positive yards. They have 3 receivers to the far side. Buys in the middle of the field, set on about the 20. we'll call it the 27-yard line, between 27 and 28-yard line. We got one receiver to the near side, one back in the backfield. Janice in the shotgun, calls for the snap, has it. Looking for a man. He's got his guy. Again, we bobbled the ball. He hit John Bentley, and we're just trying to run with it. We're trying to run with it too quickly and need to make that catch first.
You're trying to look upfield.
But you can't blame those guys. They're trying to make something happen, and we just got to catch it first. That's all. Scott's getting his pitching arm loose like he's going to go in at QB over here.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, shotgun formation. One receiver to the near side is just Will Kelly, who's been playing the tight end position when we've been in that bigger package, is now split out to the near side. 3 receivers on the far side. Thomas Barr in the backfield. Janice in the shotgun. He takes a snap. Throws a quick one right there. So John Bentley got it. He's hit immediately, but going to get probably, we'll call it 4 or 5 yards.
Good positive yards. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Generals.
So Generals getting away from those long routes that were causing us problems early, sitting in the backfield and throwing a lot of quick hitters here.
Generals are on the short end of this right now, but it looks like we've made some adjustments, and we've kind of done what we needed to do to be a little more successful.
Hopefully we don't have the time to set up and let those guys run their routes and create separation. We're going to have to do it quick and let them do something after the catch.
So that's
one receiver to the near side, 3 to the far side. Ball's on the far side hash mark, set on about the 33-yard line. There's a snap. Quick bubble route to John Bentley, and he drops it again. It's hits him in the hands, and he's just looking to do something with it. You know, don't fault him for the tenacity, but you got to wonder if a little bit of fatigue isn't setting in because he hasn't been able to rest for many downs.
John Bentley, Eli, seven, 8 of the Generals have played. I'm going to say 90% of the snaps, including special teams tonight, Patrick. This is a hot, humid night.
Yeah, it is. This makes for a long night.
7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 41-7, Generals trailing the Mustangs.
Put teams on. And again, Eli's set up kind of tight right here, only about 10, 12 yards deep. There's a snap. He gets it. It's better. And he puts a foot to it. Still going to be a little short. We'll see if we'll get a bounce. Fair catch is called for by number 10. Nelson Hodges, a fellow who was playing quarterback a while ago, so he'll stay on at quarterback, and the offensive unit comes on for the Pill Academy Mustangs.
Fair caught it around the 38, and they spotted it at the 40.
Is what it is, man. You got to play for the win.
Play for the win. We are on the road. We're not at home.
Yeah. And the wind affected that ball, blew at his back, pushed him up. You can't, you know.
So here we go. Generals on the defense, Patrick.
Pill Academy still, Banks Inc. is back on the middle linebacker, and I can't blame him there. Number 24 comes on to play a little bit of ball. That's Jack Freeland coming in at the linebacker position.
Got a smaller
couple of speed guys there. I like it. One receiver to the far side, one to the near shotgun formation with an up back to the near side. And he's wrapped up in the ball, taken from him by Eric Pham. Number 20. Eric Pham takes it from him again. We stripped 2 balls tonight like that. And was it Eric who did it earlier?
So why are they running the clock? They're calling for the clock to be ran.
Not sure. It's a change of possession. And I'm not sure why they got to put the ball in play here. Was it Eric Pham who snapped? That's two.
Earlier was Thomas Barr.
Thomas Barr. So we stripped 2 balls from ball carriers tonight, whether on accident or on purpose. It's still impressive.
Yeah.
As the Mustangs swap out some personnel as well, you now see some of these sophomores and stuff that they're sophomore heavy, light on the juniors. Jordan Sykes on for kind of that rover position. And we got to stop and play here. I think we're going to have a timeout.
We're going to have the clock running. They've set the clock in motion. They pointed to both sidelines, and they pointed to the clock operator and told him to run it. So 6 minutes ago, this thing's going to get out pretty quick now, Patrick.
Yeah.
May not be more than half a dozen plays ran the rest of the game, especially depending on how long this heat timeout takes.
So we're taking a mandatory heat timeout, but we are running the clock.
Yeah.
So Scott's all fired up now, ready to do a little doo-wop for you.
The band's kicked up down there, Pilla's band celebrating a victory.
They're juking it up down there a little bit, and hang in there. Scott's going to hit y'all with some Aaron Neville.
I'm going to do the dance, and you're going to do the singing, Patrick.
I don't know about that.
We got our audio-visual club members in here. They're going to dance with us as well.
In here recording the game and bringing it to you live on YouTube is
Landon Aslan and Leah
Chrismond.
We
appreciate their efforts.
They've been here this all night.
Yeah. Can't get them to be quiet.
That's
driving
right.
us nuts.
Yeah.
So it's 2nd and 1. We missed the whole play there, bringing those credits to you via our audio visual club. Big shout out to to Mr. Flanagan, putting these folks on it, very capable people. So we're going to have 2nd and 8. I'm not even sure what happened there. We missed that play. The Generals ran the ball a little bit. And but having a good time up in the booth nonetheless.
That's right. That's right. Of course,
Shotgun formation. Trips receivers to the far side. Will Kelly, long receiver to the near side. Janice takes it, looking for the quick bubble. They've got it covered. He tucks it and runs with it. And going to be wrapped up just behind the line of scrimmage
gonna get back
by
to
number
the line,
9,
maybe.
Jordan Sykes with a good open field tackle. He liked to broke loose with it, but just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, 4:45 to go. You know, look, we forgot a shout out. We saw our buddies at halftime, Mr. Jamie Shelley, Kyle Way.
Kyle Way in from Hot Springs, a former Greenville native.
Yeah, you know, they said they were going to have to listen from the parking lot. They're not tall enough to get in the ride.
Yeah, they're not tall enough to ride the rides at this fair, folks. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. They did want us to give them a shout out to Lee Gordon and Sid Guest. And we have another timeout, but we will run the clock.
We'll run the clock. So apparently both sides have agreed to run the clock. So
this must be Common Core football.
Yeah.
That's what we got going on. I'm not sure. We're going to be 3rd and 9. I'm not sure how we lost the down.
I'm not either, but
we ran. I know. Yeah, we ran the ball. Janice cut up through the middle.
That's right. Third and 9.
So look for the Generals to go downtown here.
3:52 going to be probably, I'm going to guess, closer to 3 minutes by the time we snap it. So at this rate, we'll run 2 more plays and head for the bus.
In true teenage fashion, our audiovisual club is in here doing an excellent job, but they are Snapchatting away.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like I'm being left out over here. I want to take a selfie and put it on their Snapchat. And they're not even listening to us. They're over here on Snapchat so much, and I'm sitting literally 1 foot from Landon Haslam. He doesn't even hear what I'm saying.
Patrick, I got a feeling whoever he's Snapchatting.
If y'all focus like that when you take tests, we're in business. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Ball's on the 40. There's the snap, looking for the quick hitch. They've got John Bentley, but they get through the blockers. He makes a move and tries to break through, but going to be wrapped up by a whole host of Pill Academy Mustangs. He's going to get a hard-fought 1 yard. He tried to make a move and made one of them miss, but it just took too much time. The others got over there. Also getting over there was Michael Jeffcoat, 6 foot, 195-pound junior.
Yeah, so the Generals are going to be 4th and 8, 4 down, definitely 4 down territory. The clock's inside.
I wonder if we practiced a nice drop kick from this distance. Scott, what do you think?
2 minutes and 42 seconds.
Clock's going to run either way.
I tell you what, if we kicked a drop kick and made it, NFL teams would be calling the ball. So, you know, and back to the Snapchat, and Patrick, if he puts a selfie of you on Snapchat, you're going to scare somebody.
Hey, I'm a scary guy, man. You know how it is.
So,
ain't my fault.
We're
Bad
going live.
genes.
We're on. Look here, Patrick. You got to look. We're going on Snapchat.
We're live, folks.
We're live on
Pick
Snapchat.
us up on Snapchat.
Instagram, all that, Facebook,
Fuba Flogger, TikTok.
Face page. My buddy Carl Mangham calls it the face page.
The face page.
So here we go. Generals are going to have it 4th down. We do bring the punt team on. We're going to try to pin them deep.
I guess so. There's a snap. Eli's got it. They don't give much rush to it, and he puts the foot to it. It's got a little end-over-end spin. Let's see what happens.
Going end zone.
And we're down there, and
John
Bentley's going to down it on the 3, so let's hope for a safety.
Yeah.
Well done by Eli Fertizzi on that punt. He looks to the Pill Academy sidelines to kind of mess around with some of his friends over there after it's been a long night, and he's just kind of lifted his helmet up and off his head a little bit and walking down to go play a little defense.
You know, it's a minute and 20 to go. I would not be surprised to see Pilla just nail it out here. I don't know.
But they don't have much room. They're going to have to run it once or twice. If they try to drop to a knee where they are, it's going to be a safety.
Well, of course, they're in the shotgun, so that would be a safety in the end zone. Of course, Generals are a man short. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, we've got some confusion now. We're going to send Jack Freeland on, but he's going to go off. Bogan Brewer decided he was going to stay on. Shotgun formation, 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver to the far side, 1 to the near. Going to hand it off. And good hard run right there. And he's wrapped up by Banks Dinkins and Bogan Brewer, and doesn't get nothing doing. They make him pay for trying to run that ball with that kind of aggression.
Banks Dinkins has been on every tackle for the last.
Just quick feet. His lateral movement is excellent, man. If we could put about 20 pounds on him, he would be, deadly.
And that's going to be it. I don't think they're going to snap it again.
They called the Pill Academy Mustangs call timeout, and that's going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, I don't look for us to have to snap it again. 27 seconds and ticking. So we're gonna go off the air here momentarily. We're gonna let the clock run out. The teams are headed to midfield to shake hands. as it is, Generals are going to come up a little.